get there really easy.
How long does it take?
The journey itself, for you, it would have been 2 weeks.
And since travel's been arranged, I'm like, what, in a carriage? A
Yeah.
boat? An airship?
You were on the west side of the continent, so carriage.
So presumably I would be able to scribe
You
some
can scribe
scrolls. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can have 2 scrolls or 2 weeks of scribing.
Oh, okay.
The journey was one crossing through plains, forests, mountain passes, depending on where you began. Each of you traveled in your own way, but now the city looms in the distance. The carriage drops you off on a busier street, but there's an alley with a light. You wander down it and find the broken dagger. Unassuming, nestled in a corner, quiet. The sign swings over the door, a crooked, faded dagger. Inside, the tavern is warmly lit with dim light. The air is heavy with the scent of ale and stale smoke. A fire crackles softly in the central earth, and it's filled with all sorts of ne'er-do-wells and traders, travelers hunched over worn tables. As you enter, the conversation momentarily halts. Everybody looks up at you and then just goes back to talking. Moving between the tables, near the door, a woman with sharp eyes and a knowing smile greets you. Doesn't ask for your name or really seem that surprised by your arrival, as if she's been expecting you. Welcome back. Ah, another one, she mutters softly under her breath. You'll find your way to the back room, won't you? She gestures to her door at the back of the tavern. And without further explanation, she goes about picking up mugs, and then she turns back to you and says, "There's a strange elf waiting back there. But you've come this far. You wouldn't be here if you weren't meant to." Tavern hums with the sound of conversation, and the back room waits. You make your way through the door, make your way through the room to the door, and knock. The slot slides open. A pair of eyes greet you. Password? And you hear some muted voices from through the door. And the guy goes, "Oh," and just opens the door and lets you in. The room's dimly lit, but you can see at a round table in the middle sits an elf, wearing finely tailored dark coat, almost like he's blending in with the shadows. And sharp, discerning eyes follow you as you approach. And you catch a glint, almost a glow in them, as you get closer to the table. Between you and the table stands a half-orc. He's imposing, but not just for muscle. There's just an air to him, like a calm before a storm.
What are they thinking about?
Are you running Detect Thoughts?
Yeah.
You can't see their minds. Both of them.
And the door guy?
The gore guy is really concerned, but he's getting paid to be here, so he's not thinking of much other than what he's going to spend his money on.
Let me start a good question. How many people are here?
Just the 3 of them. And you guys all filter in slowly one by one.
Wait, the entire party's together?
Yep. You arrived at different times, but you all end up at this point now.
Like we all go in this back room at the same time?
Well, you end up here.
Sitting next.
You
to
all
somebody.
arrived within a few minutes of each other.
Jack would have
Oh.
challenged the orc when he walked into a drinking contest. He looked like the biggest guy in the room. As soon as he walked in and saw him, he'd have slammed his mug on the table and said, "Let's drink," till one of us passes out. And he would proceed to do that to every time a party member walked in.
Where
So
was
by
Roman
the time we
standing
all
in
got
this
there,
situation?
he was passed out
By
asleep.
the door.
No.
Can I try and pickpocket?
No.
Can
You
I
want to try and pickpocket?
Can I try and pickpocket one somebody?
What the fuck?
Who do you want to pickpocket?
Hey, it's off to a great start.
Look for give me like one of the orcs, one of the bigger looking fellas.
Oh, that would be Jack. He's a Goliath, and I don't think he has a whole lot on him.
Who has something?
Well, there is
Um,
this horned guy sitting there sipping a glass of wine.
Well, I need someone who's walking in the door. Annoyingly.
Oh, that would probably be Connie.
Connie. Then let's do Connie.
All right.
I can't. Where do I?
Well, now that we're all together, the elf speaks up as you guys all settle down at the table. I appreciate your punctuality. He winks a little bit when he says that. And I've heard much about you guys and your exploits. But you're probably wondering why I've gathered you here.
No, I'm wondering more, who are you?
Ah, forgive my manners. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Levi Lexington. You may have heard of me. You may have not.
This is
A
a boring
name whispered in
party.
the dark. But I am no foul thing, just an elf with influence. A cheerful smile crosses his face when he says that.
Never trust a smiling elf.
You're looking at one.
Jack says what he said.
Yeah, Slick throws
Yes.
Jack his purse. It's quite burst.
A man of strength. I would be nothing in contest against you. But don't you worry. There's a reason you're here.
Does he believe that?
Make an insight check.
Also, which chat are we typing all this stuff in?
D&D
There's
chat.
a separate D&D chat in the gaming hub.
Dungeons and Dragons chat. Okay, good. Age restricted channel, guys.
Well,
I mean, most of these channels.
Discord forced us to have that on there.
I mean, yeah, there is a reason those are. Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
No, really. When I first created the channel, it
Nice.
wasn't age restricted, and then Discord came and made it.
It's awesome. All right, continue. Sorry. It's
you're not sure. Alair. Is it Alair?
Alar.
Alar? Okay. You're not sure, Alar. He's really hard to read. Like he's got a lot of experience double talking.
Too much talking.
So what's the job?
Well, some friends of mine are trapped in a nearby village. The village is Ardenshire. It's a small little hamlet. They raise cattle there, simple folk. But I believe they're being held by some bandits. And they're probably going to have a little trouble dealing with the bandits themselves. And these bandits are no random threat. The situation must be handled with great care.
How did you
If
find out about this?
A magician never reveals his secrets.
I got a problem against killing bandits. Some of my best friends are bandits.
Well, I can assure you, none of these bandits are your friends.
Define
How
great
can you be
care.
so sure?
Well, my friends are not here.
I throw Connie her coin purse.
You didn't even jag it
He wouldn't let me do the roll.
because you wouldn't have stood a chance.
All right. But anyway, Levi produces a map and shows you the region. It's basically a straight shot down the southern road. And then he says, "We'll be sending Talon with you," and he gestures at the half-orc next to him, along with 2 others to assist. Their strengths will be invaluable. You'll need to work together to ensure the safety of my friends and hopefully deal with the bandit threat.
Do you need any of the bandits alive, or
No.
Do you want us to steal anything from them?
You can take what you please from them.
Phenomenal.
we're gonna be killing them? Not really stealing if they're dead.
I guess that's also fair, you know.
Just
All
forcefully
right, that's
take
enough
them.
talk. Let's guys go kill some bandits.
Wait a minute. What do we get out of this?
Jack grabs his beer, turns, and starts walking out of the room. There's bandits to
Ah,
slay.
yes.
Ah!
The good captain has brought up a valid point. What is the compensation? Well, I think this would suffice. And he produces 7 bags. I didn't know how many people are actually here. And hands one to each of you.
Wait, we get to kill things and we get paid? Oh, this is Jack is happy. Jack is
Yeah.
very happy.
Yeah, and if you guys open the bag, do any of you guys open the bag?
Yeah.
Little coin pouch size bag.
An open bag.
Yes, I do.
There's 50 platinum pieces in it.
Fuck yeah.
Holy balls.
I'm down. All right.
Okay.
You
Buy
got
it.
yourself a deal there, mate.
Like 50 for each of us?
I get to steal more
Yes,
shit.
each of you were given 50 platinum pieces just now. Like he's paying you up front.
Hmm.
What does the party look like? Are they? What is the rest of the party?
We got, let's see, a
Well, here, let me
tiefling.
let me post a picture of my guy just kind of sitting there drinking his wine, looking at these coins. He looks like
I'll get
this.
a picture of my guy.
Ah,
And I'm a flirty little farm town dragonborn.
Yep, I was gonna say we got a half elf. I think 2 human. Oh, one of the humans. Pi isn't here, so that's one that's not here, but he's here. You know.
Mine
You're
is the rat.
spirit.
And then Burger is human. Elf.
Human.
Human.
Elf.
Yep. So yeah, a couple humans, an elf, a tiefling, a Goliath, and a dragonborn all walk into a bar. And a half elf.
And it ends in a conspiracy against the public.
As you do.
No, it sounds like it ends with some fucking
Oh.
bandits.
were we stopping with public there? My
Yeah.
bad.
We're stopping the public there.
All right, let's follow this map, but let's take a really long time and
Before we
find
leave,
everything in
I have a
between.
few questions.
By all means, ask away.
You said this had to be handled with great care. It seems relatively straightforward. What's the complication?
Well, I would think the villagers wouldn't want their homes destroyed.
And? Are they the bandits? Are you saying this entire village has turned to banditry?
No.
Then why the concern over structural damage? Why would we attack the town?
I think he might know of our capabilities and was worried about breakage.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to fucking word that because I'm improving that. But yeah, basically Levi's done his research. He knows that some of you in the party are less concerned with the well-being of somebody else's house.
Alaric,
Somehow I
over
feel
at Jack.
insulted.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know precisely where your friends are being held? Are they being held in a specific building in town, a small fort outside, some camp in the woods?
No, I don't actually have any exact details.
And do you know who the bandit? Who are these bandits? What name do they have? What do they usually run? You know, people they usually run with.
All I know is there are bandits, and they're being a pain to my friends.
How many?
Can I insight
Nice.
check on a bullshit?
Sure. Go ahead and roll
I
insight.
say that probably explains the 50 platinum.
You get the feeling that he is being honest. Like he's not trying to mislead you guys or anything like that. He just doesn't know.
Is there like worry, concern, like genuine, like almost like
About
a
his
shell,
friends, how he's talking, yes.
like a shell shock almost, or
Not so much that. Just more of vindictive. Like he's annoyed about this problem.
okay.
How many bandits are there?
He doesn't know.
Well, how many did
Do
you
you
see
have
when
an
they took 'em?
estimate? Are we talking a couple of
From what I-
guys, tens of guys, hundreds of guys?
It doesn't matter
Tens.
how many there are. We've been paid to kill. Let's go.
Well, it matters on how we approach it. Does no good to run up against an army and just charge across the field. Better to be
Andrew, have
sneaky.
you, have you been
This is a
playing with us for a
contingent
while
of
now?
3 different groups that were put together. I don't know their numbers.
You don't even have an order
I
of
would
magnitude.
say anywhere between 30 and 60 men.
Okay. How many of your friends are
Luckily-
there?
There are 3 of them. They'll stand out from the villagers. They'll be adventurers like yourselves.
Right, 3 we can't kill.
Have these bandits made any demands? Ransom or
no,
the
I-
like.
Don't have any contact with them. I am unaware of the actual situation.
Were these friends of yours carrying anything especially volatile? If they get jostled too much, will they suddenly explode and take half the village with them?
Not these particular friends, no.
How many villagers are there?
From what I know, the village has about 200 to 300 people in it.
Do you know how the villagers view these bandits? Are they hostile to them?
I have no idea.
Is the guy we're talking to of high society?
You can't tell.
Oh fuck! Who the fuck is the guy we're talking to?
Sometimes we just need to.
I mean, he's a rich guy who's well. None of the things I'm asking about are. Everything I'm asking about is simply relevant intelligence for how we approach the village and finding the
I
guys.
think we have some spellcasters and some stabby stabs. I think we just do that. I think that works for us.
Well,
Sticky boom boom man.
Should
I
the
think we've
worst
covered
occur,
everything we can cover it.
one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, especially with large groups like this, a stealthy extraction is not possible. And some groups, when confronted with a force of any size, will kill the hostages. Should that happen, what do you want us to do with the bodies of your friends?
That's a hard question.
In the event that happens, Talon will take the bodies with him.
Is there any equipment that they had that you especially need returned?
I would prefer you don't loot my friends if they die.
I'm assuming the bandits already have in that case. Do we need to search for a specific item to return to you?
No.
Very
So
well
just
then.
the bodies. Okay. Pull 3 dead or alive guys out.
Well, I have other things to get to. So, I hope you have a good night. You'll be setting out in the morning.
You've arranged to travel then?
Indeed. Talon will be here in the morning, waiting for you.
Who's this Talon guy?
He's the half-orc.
Oh my god, you haven't been paying attention?
Dude, I was...
Anders asked like all of the questions.
I was charging my phone.
But yeah, basically, you're getting the idea that he doesn't know, like, a lot of what you're asking. He is guessing and speculating.
So he's the
But he's making
He's
educated
assembled
guesses.
this whole entire group and is now guessing on the
Well,
details.
he did research on the group and then realized...
Yeah, he did enough
to
research
research
on
on-
us, but didn't do
Yeah,
any
yeah.
research
I
on
need to
them.
put my 3 friends are missing. I need to put like his first thought. I need to put together this, deniable wet work team to send after them. That's just like his
Is this
default
what you
approach.
always
It's the
signed up-
fun of it, isn't it?
Is this what you thought you signed up for when you were like, "Hey, I have this really good idea. I think I'll DM a session. What could go wrong?"
I missed it earlier. You did say it. What's the name of the village?
Ardenshire. Arden. It's spelled like how it sounds.
I'm gonna just start calling it Chardonshire.
Started
It's the Shire. He's
Ardenshire.
looking for Frodo,
Shardonshire.
Sam, and Mary.
Darkbrook.
And do I know where this village is? Like how long the journey from
No.
here to this village is?
You would have seen on the map how to get there. Like he pulled out a map with that, and he basically said, "You guys, you're in here in Golder Falls, and it's basically 3 days south on the main road, and then off the main road a little bit."
What's the terrain like around the city that we're in and the village?
Forest breaking into hilly forested mountain area. You're north of a large mountain range by a couple 100 miles. So it's that kind of where it starts to get a little bit more hilly by the mountains.
But there's forest all around this village that we're going to, with some small hills.
Yep. And he said that it's a livestock village. Like they raise cattle, so they have land cut and open areas in the village. Like that would just be logical. And then there's a river just north of it.
All right.
But yeah, he leaves you guys to your musings, and he departs out a back door, and then you don't see him anymore. Talon looks at you guys and says, "We'll meet here in the morning." And he also starts heading towards that door.
We have to wait another day to kill people. Damn it.
Did they have any particular accent?
Talon was very cadenced in the way that he spoke. You would guess that he probably grew up in the western region of Kshatriya. So that would be like Redlin, areas over there. You'd be familiar because you've spent most of your time in on the continent of Kshatriya, that big northern continent, for your dungeon delving.
Right. So I guess I would at that point look at everyone around her. So I guess introductions are in order. My name is Alar, a wizard of sorts, though primarily I prefer to do finding artifacts in the ground.
Are we
The
doing that?
name's-
We came in from the same, like we were on the same dig, or
Devil.
Sure.
okay, yeah. So I mean, I already know him. I'm Alaric. Yo,
What is a
The
large?
name's
human.
the name's
Okay.
Slick.
What is an Alaric?
One is Alaric.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Under's a tiefling, so I had to ask.
Yeah, it's a fair question.
The name's Slick. Entertainer, thief, and I do kind of a, cool coin trick with my, obviously my invisible magic hand. Kind of throw it and twirl up in the air a little bit, hand to hand.
Jack don't like these. Can't trust him.
You definitely ain't gonna trust me. But I hope we can
Jack
get
kills
along.
things he doesn't trust.
Many have tried.
Does Jack talk in third person?
Jack doesn't understand what that means.
I am Captain Voss of the 13th Banner.
What happened to the first
Ooh.
12?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Don't
Creepy
ask. You don't
Captain
want to know what
Voss.
happened to the 13th either.
So what
That's
are you
why he's
like?
here.
Stripper.
Well, let's see it.
Exactly. The 13th Banner?
Yeah, I assume you got it with you.
Yeah, whip it
Does it
out.
look cool?
Indeed, I do.
Wait, what are you whipping out?
What's left of it?
Shit.
That's a nice picture for your giant mister. I like that. Your Goliath.
Thank you.
That's what's left of it.
Nice.
Looks more like a shield instead of a banner.
Shut up.
Banners can be shield shaped.
Again.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, it's relatively late in the evening, so you'll probably want to get rooms. The
Yes.
Broken Dagger doesn't have rooms, but there are 2 establishments nearby that have rooms in them. One's a
I
little bit nicer, one's a little bit worse.
establishment.
Paid for your
We're in a-
travel.
We're in a
That's-
tavern, right?
Yeah, the Broken Dagger's just a tavern.
Travel includes bedding.
Well,
Not for him.
time to get to
Jack
work here.
doesn't care.
This is work.
Jack doesn't care.
We're gonna do some. We're on the waiting.
Well, I'm gonna get some food and beer from the Broken Dagger, then go
Let's
get a
have
room.
ale.
How busy is
Let's
the Broken
drink.
Dagger?
There's about 20 people in it.
Can I get 3 cups and play that cup game where they put the coin underneath it and you gotta guess where it is, but I play some freaky little tricks and hide the coin, whatever one they have, and do a sleight of hand check. And try and get some money off these people.
Sure.
And I will start playing music as he's playing with his hands.
I'm
He's
awfully
always
good
playing
with my
his
hands. I'm awfully
Jack
good with
will
my
drink.
hands.
I'd probably join Jack at the bar, also ordering like a light meal.
All right.
Okay. So who's sorry scum can I rob of a
Um,
couple silver pieces?
yeah, go ahead and give me a Slick. Give me a persuasion check to try convincing some patrons to play your little game.
Okay. Yeah. Ah. Where's my? Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't even remember what that was because I haven't yet to look at any of that. You said
There's
persuasion.
performance when you get to it.
All right.
Persuasion. Luck.
Well, you attracted one guy with one eye.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get this motherfucker's cash.
And he looks a little drunk, but he does look like he's got a fat coin purse.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and give
It's,
me a performance and a sleight of hand.
Performance and sleight of hand, or just one of the two?
Both, yeah.
So here's my performance.
Performance to rizz up the show, and a sleight of
And then
hand to
sleight
see
of
how well you
hand.
can
I swear to God, if I get something low
dance
off
the
of
ball
this.
around in the cup.
It's like a broken cup with a hole in it, but it's the hole's where his eye is missing, so he doesn't see the hole.
Fortunately, this guy is just drunk, and he doesn't care one bit.
The hole is.
Yeah, we did do introduction. We can wind back a little bit for you, Pi.
There's a slice of pie just sitting on the bar top, staring.
Yeah.
And it turns into a human.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's a real good trick.
Does the pie have a hole in it?
I thought we weren't.
Yeah, it's dick sized.
Is it the same size hole as the one in the cup?
What is
That
this,
was way
like
too
a
big.
custom druid food shape?
Wait, go ahead,
That
Pi.
would be pretty amusing.
Oh, so I'm Faye Rune. Don't even have my sheet pulled up yet. Just just your average fighty boy.
You what?
I said I'm just your average fighty boy, and that's it.
Average. You know what? Another muscle head.
Yep,
Really?
average, just 10s all across the board.
Extremely.
Is Faye human by chance?
Faye is human.
What an odd name for a human who doesn't use magic.
Well,
Let me tell ya.
let me
Can't
tell
say
you.
your
Artificer
own
says
name
to the
without.
Rune Knight.
Says the Rune Knight.
Oh, that changes things.
Oh
You
yeah.
still can't say your name without lying, but at least you're not lying
Correct.
twice.
And Slick, you managed to con 30 silver off the guy. He was really pissed.
Exactly.
How much coin do I get off this guy?
30 silver.
Nice. Dubs. I buy a beer with it.
Well, here you could buy like 60 beers.
Let me go buy some beer for the Jackman and all the beef heads in here.
All right.
Jack has done dropped a couple of platinum pieces and bought out the bar for the night. Y'all gave Jack money.
Never mind. I guess I'm saving it.
For some reason, I feel like you could buy out the bar without platinum.
Oh.
Jack doesn't know the value of money. You gave him change. He's using it to buy beer. That's all it's.
Well,
he
Jack,
bought all of the beer.
all of the patrons love you. You're making a lot of friends buying as many rounds as you did.
Yes.
Since
Maybe you should
Jack's
try-
getting them all liquored up and everything, could I, just ask around about the village of Ardenshire and the bandit situation going on down there? Like, what do the general populace know about that?
Well, you're let's see. Give me a persuasion and an insight.
Do I have advantage since Jack's getting them all liquored up?
Sure.
My music provides.
Here's the
a
persuasion.
little
Oh, yeah, what's your music
All right.
provide?
Soothing. I thought I had a guidance. Never mind.
And the insight.
I do have guidance, but it's not subtle.
Do you cast guidance in this bar?
No.
They gave us, what was it, 500 platinum pieces when we started?
50 platinum. It's
50,
500
50.
gold worth of platinum.
50 platinum.
50 platinum pieces.
And I gave. Alright, I just wanted to see.
The whole bar is probably only worth like 20 platinum.
Well, he didn't drop but like four or five coins, platinum pieces. That's all he dropped. Probably 5 platinum pieces.
All right. So, from what you can gather, everybody will tell you that the villagers of Ardenshire are simple folk, but they have no clue about any bandits.
And I would act surprised, like, oh, I heard like that there were like 3 groups of bandits active in the area, causing all sorts of ruckus. I'm headed down that way, and just want to make sure I don't have myself running into trouble.
Well, and again, yeah, the general consensus would be is they're kind of aghast at the fact that you're, saying this. Like they don't actually believe you. They think that you're pulling their leg. Like it just comes across as very out of place for them. Like that's the vibe you get.
Okay.
I'd tempted to just slip out while they're all doing this, check into the inn or whatever, and then come back with disguised self and start picking pockets.
Is that what you want to do?
Nah. We'll wait until there's more people with money next time.
All right.
Gonna hang out, small talk, make friends with the local drunks.
Play music.
Yeah, and you guys have a merry night.
Jack plays his didgeridoo.
And they ask
I
you to
can
stop.
didgeridoo, that's awesome.
Actually, give me a performance check. Why not?
Oh, it's probably bad. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be bad.
I try to fill in for him in the background.
Oh, it's
Does that
It doesn't help.
It's bad.
There are several people asking him to stop playing the didgeridoo.
Drunk. And
honey,
still
you're
going.
interrupting the magic I'm making over here. Will you put that fucking thing away?
Every time you walk over, he hands you a drink. Ah!
And then Connie, for your performance for the night, you got handed some silver, and overall you got 25 silver pieces for your music.
Okay. Did I meet any interesting fellas? Anybody I should keep in contact with?
Nobody in particular really stood out to you. Just your run-of-the-mill seedy, shady bar.
Okay. Well, got some broke bitches in here.
That.
All right. And that's pretty much it for the night, unless you guys wanted to do anything else. But otherwise, I assume you guys go to one of the 2 inns and get a room.
Indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, how much are the rooms?
Yes, and doodle.
Ba-da-da-da. One of them is modest, so 1 gold a night, and then the other one is comfortable, 2 gold a night.
I'm good.
I only stay in the classiest of places.
Of course you do, you whore.
How dangerous is the woods out here?
Around the city, not that dangerous. Like this is a rather large walled city. You're on the outside of the wall and the Broken Dagger, but the gate to this side of the city is open. It seems like they don't close it at night.
Oh, so we can just sleep anywhere.
Yeah, because it's probably close to like 10 o'clock at night right now. After your guys' meeting and the shenanigans.
I'll hang out in the modest place.
All right.
I'm being comfortable.
I'll do the modest.
Jack doesn't care. A cot, a bed, a mound of straw. Jack doesn't care.
Do any of you stay up for a watch cycle?
Nope, I just locked the fucking door.
Yeah, Jack sleep.
And Connie's been in the business, so she knows how to lock a fucking door.
Jack will probably sleep in the floor of one of the other party members. He can decide which one. It doesn't really matter. Not the Jack.
I'm not sharing my room. Find someone
Okay.
else.
I'll take Jack.
It doesn't matter. Jack
You think of the current party composition that the captain wouldn't care if you slept on his floor.
all right. He's the other fighter man. He's used to it. He's soldier. He's the soldier man.
I'm gonna cast alarm on my room. Just have myself and all my stuff inside the alarm, and I'm gonna have it telepathic.
Not
All right.
trusting your own party there, Martin?
Well, you met Slick.
Jack don't get. Well, see, if Jack comes up with anything known missing off of his person, Slick has already said he is a thief. So that is the first person. It doesn't matter if somebody else has done it. He's done said he was a thief. So if anything comes up missing off his person, Slick is the first person he's coming after.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The alarms aren't for my safety; they're for the safety of everyone around me.
All right, but you guys all go to sleep. And the morning comes. Nothing happens throughout the night. But you guys head down. Do you go, wake up in the morning, go over to the Broken Dagger right away? Or do you want to do something else?
I go right away.
I gotta get a drink.
How much time before we said we had to meet at the Broken Dagger?
Talon said at sunrise.
When do the shops open?
Sundown.
There is
9 o'clock.
a general store out here that's open.
I think more scribing components.
No, they wouldn't be open yet. That'd be the inner city area. They're all still sleeping.
It's a 3-day journey to this village?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I send Hero, my familiar, with a note to let everyone know I'm going to be a bit late, because I'm going to go buy some wizardy stuff.
All right. What's your familiar?
A crow.
A crow? Okay. Very, very, very good.
He would just drop the note to to Talon.
Yep. So you're just waiting for the shops to open in an hour or so?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you start heading into the inner city, making your way to the nicer district. There's a breakfast joint there you can sit at and wait right across the street from the magic shop.
I do so.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything?
Jack is drinking at the bar.
I need to get you a bunch of stuff to etch runes into my armor and swords. Yeah.
Okay, so
Like-
you went with Alar.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I'll meet up with what's his face.
Talon.
Yeah, that's his face.
Yeah, so will I.
Yeah, I just go right over.
All right. Yeah, so everybody goes over the Broken Dagger. You enter the front door, and Talon's sitting at the bar. Looks like he has a mug, but it doesn't look like alcohol in it. Maybe
Just
coffee or
coffee.
something.
I should get coffee.
Lightweight.
Good morning. Then he gestures to the two people next to him. There's a human and an elf. This is Talia and Varenthal.
Nice to meet you.
I will remember those names eventually. Do they sell like a metal drum of coffee that I can just roll around with us and heat up later?
The bar owner kind of looks at you funny. A metal drum of coffee?
Yeah, something big for like a week or two's travel.
He kind of looks at you funny, and he looks over at the hearth where there's, like 2 little pots of coffee brewing. No? But yeah, as you guys sit and wait, you'll notice something. Talia looks familiar. Her outfit's completely different, but her face is the same as the barmaid who met you last night.
But she's got like knives and shit now. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Ah, she's a adventurer. Now, this is a really dumb question, but how hot is she?
Like an 8.
Nice.
She's reasonably attractive, yes.
Reasonably? 8's pretty good in my book.
Look, she's a barmaid who doubles as an adventurer.
Who also kills people. That's hot.
Right.
She's a 10, as far as I'm concerned.
What was the other guy's name? Sorry, I just missed that.
Varenthal. I can put that one in chat because that's got a funky spelling.
Thanks.
I misplaced my visual descriptions for them 1 second.
That's no bueno.
Yeah. I'm new at this.
No baby DM.
So Talia is clad in dark leather that clings to her figure. She has a very graceful move as she walks, like she's like almost sliding on ice. A very sharp, calculated face, but she's like this radiant charm that just wants to draw you in. It seems like. But yeah, she is very much the a rogue with 12 knives, and you only see 4 of them. That's the vibe you get from her.
The real Tony.
Varenthal,
Well,
he's
if they
a
would have
little
told
different.
me you were joining the party, I would have not needed the 12 platinum. Holy cow.
Varenthal is a little different. He's got a pair of obviously elven-made short swords at his hip. But the thing that stands out is he's entirely covered with tattoos. Head to toe. Every inch of skin you can see has a runic tattoo on it. They're intricate ribbons woven all over his body.
Can I ask the girl if that's her boyfriend?
Brother.
No, Varenthal's just a buddy of mine.
Oh, good. Fantastic. I was getting a little scared there.
Scared of Varenthal? Well, he's harmless as long as the lights are on.
I didn't even need to know that. You didn't need to. But okay.
No, this is important information.
It's important.
Please go into grave detail about that.
Please. Scare me more. An elven brother, but fucking apparently can't trust with the lights off with him.
Yeah.
Nate,
Dude, I don't even trust myself with the lights off.
Ew.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
getting the
Floyd.
implication
There are
that what
things
she
to do.
meant when she said
Let's
that
go.
was he's dangerous in the dark,
Yeah.
like deadly.
He's a assassin, I realize. Slick would know that.
nah, they be fucking.
Worse than an assassin. He's one of them communist folks.
Where are the other two?
How many people are we going?
And then as he says that, the crow flies in with the note,
What am I, their mom?
and he grabs the
Oh,
note,
Birdie.
reads it, he sighs.
Yep.
Don't have time for this.
They're doing something stupid, aren't they?
They're shopping.
Look, just so you know, we didn't know him before, so
I am aware. I helped
Bad
with some of the
manners, and I
travel
get it.
arrangements that brought you here. Oh, and then Talon is no longer wearing, like the clothes he was last night. He is dressed up and looks like he knows his way around a sword or two.
I bet he does.
He has a very nice elven longbow on his back and a great axe.
Wait, what?
Very nice.
Great.
Jack's farm.
But after some time, the shop opens. Under, you can go shopping now.
Yeah, I just buy 50 platinum worth of spellscribing components.
They don't actually have that much.
How much do they got?
200.
Ah, I buy 200 then.
Okay, yep, you buy him out, and he looks a little sad. Next shipment's not due for another month. Well, thank you for your time. He sighs and he kind of goes in the back room and gets a little sign. It says out of spell scribing components and puts it in front of the bin.
You know that's a common occurrence when you have the
This
sign.
sign looks like it's well used. Like this happens often because he doesn't stock for adventures.
You fool.
Rookie mistake, really.
What exactly would I need?
Have you tried copious amounts of alcohol?
I actually don't know what Rune Knight needs mechanically for their shit.
Smith's tools?
Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
you could have
need-
gotten that at the general
Yeah, they
store.
don't need any.
Yeah, so
They have room
Smith-
prescribed
And I would assume
Yeah.
you came in with Smith's tools. Remember, you started with
Yeah,
250 gold,
I-
so you could have easily just had that on you.
Okay.
But maybe you went with him because, you wanted the pleasure of a conversation with a normal person, the
Yes.
tiefling of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we would have chatted on the way
Um,
over there.
Any magical ink? Because I can give myself runic tattoos as well. And just have my
The shopkeeper looks at you. No, I'm fresh out. I don't carry magical ink.
shit.
Yeah, this place is like a corner stall, almost like alley. There's like a handful of healing potions, a couple of spell scribing components that are all gone now, and there's like 2 or 3 scrolls that look like they were made a long time ago.
Oh, what are they scrolls of?
I have that list somewhere.
A likely story.
I didn't think anybody would actually
Yeah.
go into the town, so I closed all of that stuff up.
You fool.
I made the classic mistake.
And how are we getting to this?
He's fallen for the classic blunder.
Things because Under likes to buy wagons and
One
Flies
second.
and-
Oh, he said no. I already talked to
warned
Ruffles
him
about
not
that.
to because
Yeah.
I knew he does.
Otherwise, I would have shown up with a cart and a mule.
Or several.
Nah, just
Damn
one.
right. No, I'd have showed up with. I wouldn't have. I'd have brought a horse.
Right, we all
There's
would have
2
shown up with
scrolls.
various things. Yeah, what are these scrolls of?
He has 2 scrolls of silent image and 1 scroll of mage armor.
How much for the scroll of silent image?
What's your price on first levels? 100.
100?
They're all first levels, 100 each. So he has 2 silent image and 1 mage armor.
Yeah, I'll buy the silent image from one of the silent images from him.
Yeah, 100 gold, and he hands it to you. And he sighs again. His stock is dwindling.
And I was kind of just like, try to cheer him up a little bit, like, well, but now you've made your profit and you can go buy more stuff to sell.
Yeah. Damn adventurers.
Yeah, but we have fun doing it.
But yeah, he bids you farewell, and I'm assuming you head back towards the broken
Yeah, unless Faye needed anything.
I think you just need the magic ink, and
There isn't any in the town.
there's nothing like that in Colder Falls. No, it is more of a it's like a crossroads town. Lots of stuff flows through here, not a lot stays.
I just need magic ink and tattoo supplies. Any tattoo supplies? I mean, I have the smith tools. I also just want tattoo supplies.
Give me an investigation check as you and Alara are making your way back and you're thinking about it.
Investigation?
Yeah, you're looking around for tattoo stuff as you're walking back. Yeah, you
Yeah.
notice there's a tattoo parlor on one of the corners. You want to go in there and talk to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a gruff-looking halfling with a chair. He looks you up and down. How big of a tattoo do you want?
I was planning on giving myself one. I just needed some supplies to do so.
Stipple. Well, I might have an extra one. 1 second. And he runs off into the back and comes back out. And yeah, it looks like it's just a basic, like what a stippler is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it basically looks like a what's the Morse code thingy with a really, really sharp needle and a little vial on top of it for
Yeah.
putting the ink in. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, these aren't easy to come by. But I do have an extra one. But they're not easy to come by. I want 100 gold.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yes, I'm out.
All right.
Yeah, give him 100 gold. Take the thing, and then just gotta find a way to make some magic ink for my rune tattoos. Just
Is
because
the magic
we
ink
can't.
mechanically a part of, like, just you make the magic ink for the tattoos, or is it you actually need magic ink to make the tattoos? 'Cause I'm
It's
unaware of
just
how
a-
that mechanic works.
It's just a flavor thing. Personally,
okay.
I mean, I could probably just use regular ink and make it work.
Okay.
It doesn't have any like specific actual requirements.
Okay, so
just-
it's just you can make magic tattoos. Gotcha.
I can either make a magic tattoo, or I can etch it into armor or a weapon.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only experience with Rune Knight is Thomas's Abomination. So I don't actually know much about the mechanics of that specific class.
Here, I'll
But yeah,
send you
you
the
guys head back.
nitty gritty details.
And upon getting to the Broken Dagger, Talon greets you, and he looks at you guys. Did you enjoy your shopping trip?
No, but it was necessary.
Well,
Indeed.
we should set out. The
Very
horses
well.
are waiting at the stable. You all know how to ride, right? He kind of looks over at everybody, and then he looks over at Jack. I think they have a
Approximation,
horse big
right?
enough for you.
Oh, I know how to ride.
Clydesdale. You're like one of those jacked up
Yep.
abominations that they breed
Who
like
the
a
hell is
T-Rex.
Clyde?
Clydesdale.
Yeah, I know it
And
says
then,
Dale, but who the hell's Clyde?
yep. But then, yeah, he starts leading you guys out and down to the edge of town where there's a stable. And in the stable, there's horses loaded with packs, ready for you guys to grab and go.
Surely this won't end in tragedy.
No,
No,
not
can
at
we go
all. Why
kill
would it
something
ever?
now? I'm ready to fucking kill something.
Right.
Or a lot of somethings. Multiple somethings.
Yeah, Talon goes through everything and lets you guys know that there's rations and healing potions in the horse packs for you guys.
Oh, very nice.
So there's 10 rations and 2 healing potions on each horse. And those are your guys' to do with as you please.
How thoughtful.
10 rations and 2 healing pots.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, as you guys set out, you guys start riding down the road to the south. And then Dahlia, she doesn't seem to want to go and wait. She is on a smaller, sleeker, black and white horse compared to the draft horses you guys are on. She takes off.
We're so as she heads off. Before that, though, like when we were walking down towards the stables, we were all a group, right?
Yep. Yeah, you would have been able to talk to all 3 of them.
Okay. Does Detect Thoughts pick up anything on Talon, Talia, or Varenthil?
Talon, yes. Talia and Varenthil, no.
We're okay. So Talon is not blank anymore.
Talon the orc, yeah, he's not running non-detect right now.
Okay.
But the other 2, yeah, you can't see their minds. And from what you're getting from Talon's surface, he's just very focused on the mission. Thinking about what he's going to have to deal with the bandits, scouting, figuring out how many there are. He hates going into the unknown with unknowns. Stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, Talon doesn't seem terribly surprised by Talia's, disappearing over the horizon like that. She's scouting ahead. She prefers to move faster. We'll catch up with her soon enough, don't worry.
The three of you have worked together before?
Ah, yes. They're good friends of mine.
And our employer, have you worked for him before?
I've known Levi my whole life. He took me in as a child and raised me as his own.
How old did Levi look?
Hmm. You would guess that he was probably in his late hundreds.
And Talon is a human? Or, sorry,
half-orc.
half-orc? Okay,
Yeah.
and how old does he look?
He's probably about 30.
Alright, I would ask it. I don't know. How often does Levi bring in, as I gesture to the rest of us, outside help?
Oh, I thought you were going to say strays if you were thinking about us.
He hires mercenaries for many different jobs. You guys actually weren't supposed to be on this job. You were being hired for another one, but this event came up. So he changed the course.
What were we supposed to be doing?
That's not important.
Well, no, but I'm curious, and we got time.
Well, you were going to be going and fetching things. Much less fun than killing bandits.
Yeah, much less fun.
But you guys set out. And the day stretches on as you ride down a well-trodden road. The cobble giving way to gravel, the gravel giving way to dirt. After the first day, you're on about a 10-foot wide dirt. Well-packed dirt road. But by late afternoon, you catch sight of a tributary winding through the landscape to your right. You're heading south, the tributary is over to the west. But evening is setting. The sound of the gentle flow of the tributary, accompanied by the growing hum of nighttime insects, and the surrounding pines offering some protection from a little bit of wind that's picked up. Yeah, as night falls, you guys come across a larger clearing. And Varentil and Levi start, or Varentil and Talon start setting up camp, taking off tents from their horses and setting them up.
I'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the mounts you guys got are draft horses, and they also have a two-person tent on them each.
Oh, well, now I have two of them.
Ah. Then yours didn't have a tent on it.
No extra tents.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's nighttime. You guys want to set up a watch or just rough it out and enjoy the stars?
No, I think we should set a watch.
I'll take first watch.
I
Well,
got second watch.
type it up in chat, somebody.
Somebody do that.
Who's first?
Put me somewhere in the middle. There.
Alaric is first.
I have to sleep. I only have to sleep for 4 hours, so I mean.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll put you on third and fourth, definitely then. Who's on second?
Me. Honey.
No, what's this guy's name on second?
Hilarious.
Well, unless people object, here's our watch.
Fine to me.
Do we, when we're making camp, does Talia rejoin the group?
Nope.
Okay. Are Talon and Varenthal taking any watches?
Yeah, they seem to both be staying up for different ones throughout the night. It looks like Talon's planning on staying up for the first 2 watches, and then Varenthal is staying up for the second 2. It would strike you as odd, the half-orc staying up for 2 watches.
I asked him about it.
A gift of the orcs.
A gift of the orcs.
Is that a euphemism for something?
You're not sure.
No, like I said that to
I'm
him. Like I asked incredulously. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and I'm asking him if it's a euphemism.
Well, to the north of Redland, there is a tribe of orcs. And I had the honor of participating in one of their rituals. And that ritual provided me with the need for less sleep.
Wow.
Interesting. Nice. I assume you perform some like service for them or the like.
I was lucky enough to have Levi introduce me to them.
Okay. Neat.
Are we there yet?
So you guys go down for the night. Other than some howls of wolves in the distance and, the occasional strange roar, the night passes without incident.
Most good.
And the sun rises to a crisp, cool-aired morning. And as you begin traveling along the road, the tributary is narrowing a little bit, but the road is starting to follow a little bit more closely. And despite from what it looks like how shallow it was, it's relatively wide. But now you're starting to get into a little bit more of the mountainy hill terrain. The road starts getting a little bit more uneven. The occasional hill jutting out over the horizon as you walk. And going uphill ever so slightly. And The road starts to turn to the east, curving out a little bit. And then you come across a clearing where Talia is waiting impatiently. Like she's like leaned on her horse, just like waiting. As you get closer, she pipes up. Took you long enough.
Yeah, I suppose it did.
Well, slow and steady wins the race.
I think she won the race.
Yep. And then she gestures back over her shoulder. And this is like early evening. You guys spent a whole day traveling to get to this point too. When you come across her. And then she points back towards, over her shoulder down the road. It's quiet up ahead. Well, too quiet. The bandits aren't really patrolling much, and their fortifications are, well, leave something to be desired.
Oh, good. That makes our job easier.
Either way, what I've seen, they're not expecting company, or at least they don't seem to be prepared for it.
So you scouted the place out?
Just took a glance from the hill overhead there, and she kind of points a little bit to the west. You can see the trees starting to go uphill a little bit. You can see down in the village from up there pretty well. Figured I'd wait here as a smarter move. Didn't feel wise to get closer without backup.
I'm sorry, you were looking down into a bandit fortification or down into the village?
Into the village. There's from what she was describing, it sounds like they put up some sort of like junk barrier in front of the road into the village.
The villagers did.
Unclear. She thinks the bandits did it.
I see. How early evening is it?
Like the sun is just setting. So starting to get dark, but still not, you need to go to sleep right now.
And how far is it from here to the village?
About half an hour.
So, I'm talking to everybody at this point. I say this aloud. Well, perhaps I should send Hero, my familiar, to go and just fly a quick loop around the village. We can see what it sees, hear what it hears.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Perfect. Bird's eye view makes my life easier.
Okay. Then, assuming we have time before we're incurring exhaustion issues, I send my bird out on a recon loop. Being just a crow, I just have it kind of stick to the trees around the village. Essentially just following paths that a normal, natural bird would take. Not taking any action that would seem unusual for a crow.
Yeah, you're not having it go and, land on windowsills and stare in them.
No, nor am I having it just like flying like 300 feet up, just flying like this like 100-foot diameter circle continuously, like a fucking recon drone.
That bird has been flying in a circle for 10 minutes. I wonder what it's doing. I'll shoot it down. Crow's not that bad.
It's an oddly perfect circle, too.
There's this weird humming sound.
But yeah, you guys get a pretty good scout. Obviously. Like I said, bird's eye view makes my life easier. So, from what you gathered from the crow, it looks like there are about a dozen different little groups of bandits moving around throughout all where the houses are on the outside paths. The heaviest focus of them seems to be on that large walled area with the building in the middle of it. And then the large barn in the center. That's where the heaviest concentrations of bandits are.
Okay.
And then outliers is a whole bunch of different random patrols moving in no defined pattern. They don't look like they know how to do search by grid.
How do I know they're bandits and not just random villagers?
The armor and weapons seem to be a pretty consistent giveaway that they're not just villagers.
DM said so, you dummy.
But yeah,
I
you don't
consider the DM
see-
to be an unreliable narrator.
Thank you. At least somebody does. But yes, the arms and armor seem to give the idea that they are definitely not villagers.
What are they? Describe their arms and armor. What are we looking at? Are these guys with swords and
looks like-
plate?
Leather armor and short swords. A couple of them have short bows on their backs.
Okay. How many men at arms are we talking here?
From your rough estimate,
$300.
let's see. Actually, I have to add this up because you got a really good count flying around like that. So I need to give you the exact number.
Can we kill one of them? I can use disguise self to take a good idea. Take one out. Disguise self.
Okay, I gotta go back. Good night. Bye bye.
Have a good
Good
night,
night,
Ace.
Ace.
Bye-bye, Hayes.
Have fun.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but first let's get their general disposition before we start asking about fixed positions and stragglers.
Mm-hmm. So for the ones that are like out and about walking around, it looks like there are 4 groups of 4. Or sorry, 3 groups of 4. Is that right? That's not right. 1 second. Ugh. 2 groups of 4, and those are more central in the by the big barn, by the large manor. They're going through house to house in that area. And then there are 4 groups of 3 that are kind of roving more in between that and the edge. And then on the edge there are 4 different groups of 2 that look like they're going door to door and searching buildings. They're clearly looking for something, but you know, from a bird's eye view, you really have no idea anything else.
Okay. Is there any sign of the villagers?
No, you didn't see any villagers, but there were half a dozen or so by the big barn of a separate group of bandits with one, a pair of larger, brutish-looking guys to look like they're wearing splint mail.
How many heavies by the barn?
2. Splint and greatsword. And then all you could see just flying around as a bird, there was 2 bandits at the front door of the manor, but you couldn't see inside.
How are those bandits armed?
They look like the regular, Joe Schmo nobodies. Just leather armor and short swords.
What are the state of these fields?
They're open pastures.
Okay. Is there animals visible? Cows, pigs, sheep?
You didn't see any out in the fields, but the crow could hear it sounded like cows and pigs from the barns. There were a couple chickens roaming about, but they didn't look like they had a pen.
When you say that they're going door to door searching buildings, are they like knocking on the door and the residents are opening them, or are they like just kicking them in, walking in, searching, and leaving?
Second one.
Are they closing the doors behind themselves?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay.
And as for the couple of fields that are marked that aren't pastures, like the stripy bits,
Yeah.
that looks like it's just cut. Like there's no product on that.
What time of year is it?
This is, I want to say early fall.
Okay, so just after the harvest?
Yeah, it looks like that was just harvested for feed.
Okay. I assume we're north of the bridge? Of this river?
No, you're south. You're going to be coming from the south is where you're currently on the road.
Oh, okay, so we're south approaching the river. This
Yeah, so
village is in
basically-
front of the river relative
Yeah,
to us.
you
Okay.
came down south from Colderfall, and then you curved around west and went back north to get to the village.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. I guess I wasn't clear about that in the
Not at
the
all.
travel montage. Sorry.
It's all right. These are questions and why I'm asking them, so that I know where we are on this map. All right. As this road is approaching the village, have they set up any type of checkpoint or the like
No.
along it?
Just the from where you're standing right now, you can actually see all the way down the road, and you can see the barricade that Talia was describing. It looks like it's a couple of overturned wagons with barrels knocked around.
But it's unmanned.
Yeah, it's unmanned. It just looks like they block the road.
Okay. What about that bridge to the north?
A similar barricade up there, but Talia didn't know about that one. She didn't scout up there.
Right, but my bird would have seen it flying around.
Yep. Yeah,
What's the bridge made out
Couple
of?
of wagons. Just looks like a simple wooden bridge, about 15 feet wide.
How do I know roughly how deep the river is, and how wide?
You were walking along that tributary for quite a while. It's relatively shallow. It's only about 3 or 4 feet deep, but it's really wide.
How fast does it move?
You could walk through it. It's a slow meandering. Yeah.
So cumbersome but fordable.
Yes, difficult terrain, but you're not making deck saves.
Okay. I presume most of the buildings have chimneys or openings to allow smoke to escape from hearths inside.
Yes.
Is there
Most of
smoke
them were
rising?
not smoking. The only
Uh,
one that was the manor itself, the big building
okay, but not the barn.
to the north middle. Yeah, but not the barn. Yes.
The big barn, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just the manor has a fire going. Okay.
Yeah, that walled area up to the north.
So is the manor, the barn? Is there any other significant structures in town?
Yeah, when you're
Churches.
flying around over to the east, that long sort of weird bent building, that one stood out as obviously not just a villager's home. And then next to the manor, that other large building looked to be some sort of like monastery or religious significance building.
Oh, that's not the barn.
Yeah, no, the barn is those 4 big squares. I have the roof off the barn because I couldn't draw a roof that big.
Okay. Okay.
Those 4 squares of the barn, you can't actually see inside there, but I'm being lazy and.
I thought those were just smaller fields.
Yeah, no, that's the inside layout of the barn. but
Oh,
you can't
okay.
see that.
Okay. So I presume the barn is made out of wood.
Yep.
What's the manor and these 2 long structures made out of?
The long structure to the west. The manor is the long structure.
Oh, I thought the manor was the bent structure.
No, that's the looks like a church.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the other one is made out of wood. It had lots of large doors on it. That other one over to the east.
All right. So it's probably actual like smaller livestock, maybe a granary. We've got the manor inside what looks like a wall of some kind. Stone wall
Yeah, it
or
was
wood?
just like
or
a,
like a wood fence?
4-foot stone wall.
Okay. And then a church. And
It looked more decorative than defensive.
Right. Right. And I'm sorry, you said the manor is made of wood?
The manor is wood and stone.
Okay. And the
And the
church is stone?
Stone, yeah.
Okay.
And then the houses are, since you flew over them, a mix of thatch and cedar plank for the roofs.
Okay.
But they're all wood structures.
Okay. I'm unfamiliar with the religion in your world.
It's a polytheist. Everybody practices pretty much the same religion.
Is it normal? Do they typically have like one church dedicated to the entire pantheon, or do they have separate churches for each god?
It's usually like an all-in-one. Like I should call it the. Who was that did that? Greeks? Greeks had individual temples to different gods. But yeah, it's basically just kind of one church where they pray to all the gods.
Okay.
That's the typical, like, what you'll see. Sometimes you'll have individual temples dedicated to specific gods, but for the most part, it's a very,
Like in Skyrim.
Yeah. It's a very, like, secular world when it comes to religion. Religion's not a big factor here, so most people are kind of the Easter Christmas family.
All right. These bandits, do they have any sort of unifying identification? Are they wearing an emblem of some kind, a banner? Do they all wear like a red sash around their hat? I mean,
no, actually. And from what you know of bandits, that's usually like they do have some sort of like gang affiliation mark that they do. But these particular bandits are actually pretty nondescript, which is strange.
have any of the homes been burned?
No. Everything seemed pretty intact, just, doors kicked open and empty building for the most part. Like,
It's cool.
that's the vibe you're getting. It doesn't look like the place was ransacked and burned down.
Okay, and then going with, I'm sorry, I forget who mentioned it, but is there any group that looks to be way off on their lonesome?
Yeah, those groups of two, there are spots where they're wandering that they're by themselves. Like there's nobody within, shouting distance of them because of the width of the village and how much they're spread out. Those groups of two would be like your best chance target for isolating individuals.
Okay. And based on how they're searching, based on how many buildings there are and how few of these bandits there are, how long will it take them to search this entire village this way?
Rough estimate, without knowing where they started and how long they've been at it, if you had to search all of the building with the manpower they had, you think it would take probably about half a day.
Okay.
But given that you have the bird's eye and flying over, you'd figure they're probably about halfway through that.
All right, and they're
Like,
probably
they're
not
halfway
going to
through.
work through the night. So we
Probably not.
So we probably have to the morning before they're going to be finished.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't talk to my bird when it's that far out. I can basically just look through its eyes, and it follows my instructions and then returns. How long does that take?
The full flyover?
Yeah.
And for as much detail as you got out of it, that took almost 45 minutes. Because he had to hop between trees and, make a circle and an irregular pattern.
If I wanted him to just fly over to the barn and kind of just perch on like an upper, usually barns have like a loft area with an access, and birds sometimes fly in there looking for seed and the like. It's not that unusual.
Yep, there was a open loft window.
Okay.
On the south side of the barn.
How long would it take for my bird to fly over there, perch itself like it's looking around for some food, look around the inside of the barn, and then fly away and come back? How long would that take?
Like 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, let's do that too. After it
All
comes
right.
back, have it fly back and perch itself in the barn.
Yep. Yeah, so probably about an hour total invested in scouting. That's not bad. But yeah, when he pops up on the perch, you can see down, and it looks like there's about 100 villagers corralled into the inner larger areas, and all of the animals are packed into the southern area, and there are you'd seen 6 bandits outside. There are 4 more bandits inside. All of them have their weapons out. They're not, they're just standing with their weapons drawn, basically keeping the prisoners prisoners.
Okay. Do the villagers look like they've been abused?
A couple look like they were roughed up, but for the most part, they just look scared. There's no
Okay.
major injuries or anything like that.
I would ask Talon, what's a physical description of the 3 hostages we're trying to retrieve?
A dwarf, a halfling, and an elf. You don't see a dwarf, a halfling, and an elf in there.
They're all human?
They're all humans.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I let the party know. The villagers look to be corralled in the barn out of the way. None of them look to be particularly harmed. The bandits seem to be fairly gentle for bandits. I also don't see any of our targets in there.
That's
Well, I'm still down for some killing.
Yeah, but that probably means they're either hiding somewhere.
We're here to grab 3 guys, and fucking who cares about the rest of the people? We didn't get paid to grab everybody else.
No, but we were paid to, make sure that the village doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, and it's good to know that all the people that we need to worry about, not killing are all in one place. Well, except for the targets, but, one thing at a time.
Yeah. Problem is, birds, I point to my bird as it flies away, not the greatest recon source to get inside a manor house.
True, but probably, no, they're probably in a basement or something. I would wager. Or a tower. One or the other.
Yeah, there's no towers, just, for the most part, peasantry houses, a couple of
Yeah,
barns.
there was no real elevation inside the village.
Well, I'd say that kind of narrows it down.
Yeah. If they're not in hiding, the manor's where they're likely to be, or being held. I turn to Talon. Do you know these 3 guys that were to retrieve? Like, know them personally?
Well, I met them when we recruited them. That was a couple months ago. I think it was Nibs, Thor, and Kathy. They're all right, folk. Levi recruited them.
Any chance that they're running this banditry?
No.
Insight check to if he's lying.
Sure.
A vibe check. Can I do a vibe check?
Absolutely, do a vibe check.
Okay. Oh god, I really shouldn't be the one doing this.
You don't want me doing it.
Yeah, you pretty much get he's on the level. He's not really trying to dissuade you or lie.
They have any known enemies?
Not that I know of. Well, besides, Levi's enemies, they're party to Levi. You gain his enemies.
Yeah, because this doesn't look like random banditry. This looks like a mercenary force.
Well, that tracks with the intel that we got.
And what intel is that? Because all Levi would tell us is that these were bandits.
Somebody hired these bandits to deal with our group in this area. We didn't know the where or the when, but logically it led to Ardenshire, and, well, as always, Levi was right. Here we are, and here's the bandits.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I see 3 ways here.
Get those 2 sorry fucks outside.
Yeah, we wait for the morning. We'll wait for one of those far-ranging pairs to go off towards like the east. Would probably be the easiest way. It's the most closed in with woods. Grab them, make them talk. Use disguise self. Get a couple of our more beat stick guys even closer, and then we rush the objective. We hit the manor. Would be my guess is where the important stuff is.
Agreed. Sounds like a plan to me.
Sure.
Okay. I would turn it down. Oh, one other thing. You agents of this Levi, you don't happen to carry a token, a badge, an emblem, something that kind of ties you to the organization? You know, a pin of like pin shaped like a harp, that type of thing.
Nope. He kind of, look down at his body, look over at Talia, look over at Verithil. We try not to stand out.
Yes, but there are magics that can locate objects, and if we knew that they would have, say, like I said, like a small, easily concealed pin on them in a specific shape, we might be able to locate them in a wider area.
I see. Did any of the bandits have hammers?
Did I see any bandits with hammers? Because all you
No, you
told me
didn't.
was short sword. I say no.
Yeah.
Most of them seem to have short swords, short bows. A couple of guys in splint with great swords. Nothing with a hammer.
Then look for Thor's hammer. It was big. And he'll describe it a little bit so you kind of have a better idea of what he meant. It's definitely he's describing a warhammer.
Right, he's describing a specific warhammer.
Yes, it was tailored to the individual. It had markings and stuff on it. So Talon does remember that because, well, he's, a weapons expert, so he likes weapons.
Well, unfortunately, it has a maximum range of 1,000 feet to sense that object. So once we actually hit the village, we'll be able to basically ping that around and see where it is. But we won't be doing it tonight.
All right. Well, what are you doing tonight then?
Well, the sun's probably going down. I would imagine at this point we are going to sleep again. And then we'll enact our plan in the morning.
All right. Do you want to go back down the road? Find a spot to sleep out there? Do you want to go into the woods or up the hill where Talia had pointed earlier?
They didn't seem to be sending any long-range patrols out, mostly just searching the town building by building. I'd imagine we can camp here safely.
Yeah. So then, yeah, Talia would, like, oh, there's a clearing over this way, and basically just, hop back up on her horse and ride into the woods a little bit, and there's a nice little clearing, about 30 feet across.
Convenient. And yeah, unless somebody else has another idea of how they want to scout this place out before we head in the morning.
I don't got anything.
Then I suppose we go to sleep, probably using that same watch order.
Yep. So first watch goes through, nothing happens. Second watch happens. And Connie, what's your passive?
My passive is a big old 10.
All right. Yeah, you hear the sound of like chanting, like magic. It sounds like somebody's casting a spell, but then it's quiet again. Sounded like it was coming
Right.
from your guys' tents.
Like how quiet?
Well, not silence quiet. Like it just goes back to the normal evening noises.
Did it sound like a familiar voice?
Um, it might have been Varendil, but you haven't heard him speak much.
Okay. And did anything happen?
No, Talon's up with you, and he didn't seem phased by it at all.
Okay. So are we all in individual tent? Like we're two to a tent, right?
Everybody has their own two-person tent.
All right. Can I just check in on everyone quietly? Just go to tent, check in on everyone.
Yeah, Talon kind of gives you a funny look, but everybody's in their tent except for Varendil.
And where might he be? Or did I just miss that?
Oh yeah, you're not sure. You heard him doing magic, and now you don't know where he is.
Do I hear
Too invisible.
footsteps or trees rustling or anything else like that?
Nope. Not even a whisper of a shadow, just the normal noise of the woods. Nothing that stands out.
All right, I go back to homie that I'm up with and just be like,
Talon?
yeah. We're missing one.
Ooh, Varendil?
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Why are you guys so mysterious anyway?
Really, really want to say plot armor just for laughs, but so Talon kind of looks over at you and goes, "We all have our jobs. We all have our part to play."
Yeah, but if you're gonna be asking me to kill guys for you, you gotta let me in a little bit.
You are in by standing here.
And I'm supposed to feel humbled and happy about that?
I'm not here for your pleasure.
Like you've given me a gift that I'm here?
If that's how you want to look at it, sure.
I don't know how I feel about you yet.
Talon kind of just shrugs.
And your little pretty boy that's got us out here, what's his deal?
Levi is a man of conviction. An elf of conviction. He has many fingers in mini pies.
Are these fingers dick shaped?
Sometimes. But most of the time, no. They're usually in the shape of coin.
So who are these people for real?
Another party similar to you hired to do a job that they failed.
And why do you want them back so bad?
Because Levi doesn't abandon people for a simple mistake.
I guess that's pretty honorable.
Levi is one of the most honorable people I have ever met in my life.
Bullshit check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Oops, I rolled that in a message.
I love getting people's dice rolls in the private message.
Fuck, I have no idea.
Yeah, you're not getting anything from him. It is Stonewall talking to this guy.
All right, well.
She's
Like,
got no charm.
near the end of my watch, I start to roll over and I like do like a quick like double take. I'm like, I swear, motherfucker, you
Yeah.
try some shit, I'll send you right back to fucking Kansas.
Where's that?
What the fuck is a Kansas?
All right. But is that's pretty much it for you? You're
Yep.
done talking to him? All right. Yeah, the rest of your watch goes without any incidents happening. And then Slick, you wake up for yours.
Yep.
What's your passive, Slick?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear anything out of the normal. Just the horses neigh, and a little bit later, Varenthil walks back into the camp from the direction where the horses are tied up.
Ah.
And he just joins you on watch.
Oh, can I ask him where you been?
Hunting.
Or am I allowed not to laugh? Huh?
Hunting.
Hunting? Like food or hunting people?
Hunting.
You're a man of short words, I see.
Yes, the entire time, this all the way up to this point, Varenthil has maybe said a handful of words. He does not speak much.
I'm getting that just now.
Strong silent type.
Yeah, exactly. What's your game there then?
Do you know Stargate?
Yeah, sort of.
Think of Teal'c. Think of Teal'c. That's Varenthil's vibe.
Oh yeah. That dude can fuck up anything living. You do it out of fun, or this is pertaining to this whole mission we got going on here with the rich guy?
He looks over at you, like, starting to get irritated, crosses his arms, and goes, hunting.
Okay. I see. All right. Well, did you at least have fun?
He uncrosses his arms and leans back. Yes.
Hunting.
No, he says yes.
He reminds me of my old bard that or barbarian just went rar or raw. Yeah. Reminds me of raw. Rah. All right. Well, I just continue watch then.
Yep.
Seems like
Yep.
he's had his own little thing, and if no alarms are being triggered by anybody else and no one's worrying about it, fuck it. This guy seems, decent to me.
Yeah, and so the rest of your watches go without incident, and morning comes. And everybody wakes up and everybody's in camp.
Excellent.
So, what's your guys' plan of attack?
Slick, I think this is your part of the mission.
This is where I part. Well, I want to take out find 2 stragglers and rough them up a little bit. Maybe take their skin figuratively.
Hey, Ruffles, out of curiosity,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
how
Artificer,
loud?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, how loud is the Eldritch Cannon?
Yes. Probably
Okay.
audible to 500 to 600 feet. So if you're on one side of the town, they wouldn't hear it on the other side of town, but they would hear it in the middle.
Well, if we need a distraction, I can make some noise.
Well, I was thinking maybe we can kill 2 guys real quick. I take disguise myself, and then you laid off the fucking distraction. I then infiltrate with. Well, I don't know who else has disguise self. Ideally, if there's 2 people, then 2 people should be in there. Who's the other thief we've got?
I do have a scroll of disguise self if you need it.
Well, do we have another sneaky boys, or am I the only sneaky boy?
I mean, I can be a sneaky boy.
I am not stealthy at all.
Didn't someone else use disguise self in this party? I swear to God, there was another person.
I have the spell, but I'm also going to be the distraction.
So no, that'll just be me. So I just need someone to help me kill 2 people that are
Well, we
wandering
don't
off.
need to kill them. I'd in fact prefer to talk to them if possible.
Oh, I guess that works too. But how do
I would
get
like to
there?
do some killing eventually tonight to see fucking chatty.
Can I
Cathy over
disguise
there.
myself? I guess they're not any tattoos or affiliations. So disguising myself as not other than themselves would be kind of pointless. I would have to actually take them out and then disguise myself as that person.
We could sneak through the woods along the east side of town, where there's that whole like loop of large number of homes that need to be searched. Use my crow to find a group that gets separated and then attack them from ambush, take them out quickly, and you can use them for your disguise self stuff while the rest of us interrogate them if they survive. Like I said, I'd like to talk to one of them. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to be too terribly broken up about it.
You talk to
I just need
them,
one of 'em.
and I will start murdering his friends.
Well, we could talk to him, and then I can kind of sit there, and if things go south, then I kill him.
Quick question. Who's good with arcane skills that can handle a couple scrolls in case you need them?
I can cast death.
I am a spellcaster as well.
Yeah,
I can cast unalive.
And
Alright,
as soon as y'all say what good to cast, I'm gonna start casting it.
Whoever's proficient with
Like that Danny
Arcana.
DeVito, like guns, and then I just started blasting. It's
I
like,
am
started
not
casting.
I am a wizard.
Yeah, I'd probably ask the wizard for that.
Alright. 4 scrolls of cure wounds for if you need them while I'm separated. I do want these back if they don't get used, though.
You gotta keep them
Fair enough.
separated.
Also, 2 of disguise self if it does end up being helpful.
Of course.
And 2 of expeditious retreat because I also have that ready. Those probably will be more. And I'll might as well give you all of them. 3 of expeditious words. Expeditious retreat.
So 4 cure wounds, 2 disguise self, 4 expeditious retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got that noted down on my sheet.
Good loadout.
Got a decent spread of spells actually. Oh, and 2 long strider that I also have prepared, so I won't need. I have all these spells, so don't worry about burning through them, but if we don't use them, I do want them back for later.
Okay.
And then what can we use as a signal?
Well, I can see through the eyes and ears of my familiar. So, what I would propose for our attack was we sneak in along the east till we're like 100 feet or so inside the woods off that road that has all the homes like right up against the woods. We perch my crow right on top, like the top of one of the roofs. That just gets nice clear sight lines up and down the road. And when we see one of the two groups go in there, I stop looking through its eyes because I can just do that on or off at will, and signal Slick and Jack to begin their stealthy approach for the grab. The rest of us can wait in the woods as support in case things go sideways and they need us to run in there to help them.
I could be a distraction.
So you're talking about this side of town, Under?
Yeah.
We're not killing things?
Well, we are, but I'd like to know what we're killing first. Then we can kill them all.
Yeah,
I feel like if we haven't figured it out by now.
Well, we don't. We still have to
If
find
it
the
stands in front of us, you kill it.
I feel like we know exactly what we're killing.
We know roughly what we're killing. Jack, we are going to be killing most of the things in there. There's just a couple things we want to make sure we know where they are before we start killing everyone. So that's what they're going to go do. And then once they have the things that we need safe, then we're going to run in and kill everything. Except for the civilians. Okay?
Especially the civilians.
The women and the children, too.
They're a necessary casualty for the sake of the greater good.
Well, there is an alternative we can do. Is that simultaneous to Slick trying to take that team in the east, we have Jack launch an all-out assault from the main road and just like head west. Like basically, Jack runs straight towards that manor and engage all enemies at will.
I would like to go along with Jack because I do not have a lot of subtle attack.
I lack subtlety.
We're splitting our forces in that case, but you know, if you guys would prefer a more direct approach than all this sneaking and talking.
I think we should get the hostages secured before we go in, but
why are we all this jibber jabbing? Jibber jibber jabber jibber 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 jibber. Let's just go.
Jib jib.
Yeah.
Jib jib.
If you guys want to get the hostages out first, we can do that.
Yeah. Jack will make a distraction.
I'm literally the dancing horror that plays music.
Jack and I will wait on the south road for you to send your crow. And once your crow comes to us, we'll start our attack. Sound good?
Yeah.
Speaking of your crow, are you doing any scouting in the morning?
I'll just do a quick overview, make sure nothing majorly's changed.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, no, not really. It looks like, different faces in different places.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Okay.
And you do see, as the crow is, making its last pass, you do see a single villager being escorted by one of the brutes from the barn to the manor.
Okay. Yeah, nothing we can do about that.
Yep.
All right. They're still searching house to house?
Yep, it looks like the groups have split up in a similar number and count.
Okay. Well, then I think we split up, as we said, with Jack and Marin, I think it was.
Yep.
Basically going like along that western side of the main road. Just inside the woods, so they're not immediately spotted. And then we're hiding along that eastern side of the woods, like 100 feet into the woods from this long chain of houses, waiting for one of those house searchers to get near us.
All right. Yeah, so you guys split the party.
Yep.
Don't you know you always
I
split
figured it
the
would go a
party?
session or two at least before you guys split the party.
Fuck no, balls to the wall, we are going in hot.
Thank you. It's about fucking time.
I gave the wizard a bunch of scrolls, so he's basically a discount cleric at this point too.
All right. Yeah, so you guys you said you're just basically waiting off the section of houses for one of those groups of two to pass by.
Yep.
Well, until they get close, and that way Slick can then move in to engage them from stealth, and then the rest of us can move in to support him. At that point, I'll be using my familiar to signal Jack and Marin to begin their attack run.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go grab.
I'm largely ranged, so I'm probably just gonna shoot him. I do have a dagger.
Is the giant still here?
Aren't you the Goliath?
Well, the Rune Knight.
Yellow.
He gets swole.
Oh, Faye, did you want to go with their attack run instead of the sneaky bits with us? It's up to you.
Did you want to be a part of the frontline distraction team or the infiltrate interrogate team?
Frontline distraction.
All right, so you're with Jack and Marin then.
And
You have
Connie's
subtlety.
gonna play her sweet little heart out.
Okay. And so
We've got
it's
three people who will be acting with a subtlety comparable to a brick in the face.
right. So we've got Slick, Alaric, Alar, and then Talia, Varenthil, and Talon, all on the sneaky side of shit.
Actually, Talon would go with the frontliners.
Yeah, I kind of figured he would.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not sneaky.
Yeah, so we just wait for one of those two groups to begin going down this road so that we can ambush them. They don't have to go past us, and we can move to them if they're. It's more I just want them to be away from the rest of their forces.
Yep. And after a little while, about an hour passes, and a pair of regular old leather armor short sword mooks starts meandering down the road, and you can sort of hear them talking. They're not being quiet. We searched this one. I don't think we searched this one.
Okay.
Well, we might have to search the other ones again. What if they moved? And they start heading into a building about 150 feet from you.
All right.
It looks like a little bit larger house. It looks like it has a cellar.
Okay. So we move the whole group to 100 feet from that house, and then I would kind of give Slick, all right, they're in that house. Go do your thing. At the meanwhile, I send the bird to signal the attack run.
All right, and stealthily, I'm going to approach that house, and my goal is to essentially try and slit a throat.
All right. Well, as you get closer, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh God, I'm gonna absolutely crush one of these. Oh, fucking wrong chat. God damn it, wrong chat.
I've seen those go so bad.
Yep. And the house in particular is this one. Looks like it's a small entry area and a yeah, you're able to walk right up to the door and you hear them talking and
I'd like to sneak attack the first fucking dude on the left, just straight to the throat.
I was gonna say, don't worry, this is something you're designed to do and your character should know how to do like the back of their hand. You're not gonna roll above an 8.
Yeah, I know, right? It's +6 to my stealth. Yeah, I should. I hope so.
All right. What are you attacking with?
My dagger.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make a attack roll at advantage. The guy looks like he is overturning some stuff in a room, looking, his back is to you. The other guy sounds like he's in a different part of the building.
+6.
All right, yeah, that hits. And
Okay.
everybody should roll initiative, just for if anything happens with the other guy. Just for the these guys.
Too late.
What is my...
No, I forgot how sneak attack works. Is it my weapon damage plus a 2d6, right?
Yep. Yeah. So you add the sneak attack damage to the weapon damage.
Ah, got it. Cool. I'm gonna just get that ready real quick because it's only one attack. So one.
Do you want the attack run guys to also be rolling?
No. I don't think that with I'm pretty sure he's going to actually kill him unless he rolls all ones. But if he doesn't kill him, then yeah, the stealth infiltration party might need to intervene.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and there's that stealth. Wow, I rolled low on that bitch.
Not all ones, that's not
Yeah,
much
not
better.
all ones.
I was gonna say, I suppose I should have said all 2s and 3s too, because yeah, the bandit is up.
Mm.
1 second, I need to roll in this for the 2 bandits real quick.
My
one job.
love Discord. Oh god, I love rolls today. One of those days. Okay.
I
well,
didn't actually expect you to fail that. So.
How
much health do they have? 12?
I knew he was gonna fail it when he started
13.
saying, "I'm gonna kill these rolls." I knew that his first few rolls were going to suck.
Like, it was
Because the dice
really
had a way of
low
doing
for him
it.
to fail that. Oh, where's the fucking I gotta find my stat for them. Okay.
That's so fucking bullshit.
Bangbot doesn't care, man.
All right, there's the Bandit A and Bandit B initiative.
They probably have literally like 12 health.
They have 13 health.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's holding his throat and gagging, but he's able to make some noise, so the other bandit is alerted.
Oh well.
Stab him again
for you.
It was a sneak attack. It was a surprise.
I was gonna say, fortunately for you, it was a surprise round, and you also go first. So.
But I'm just gonna shake him again.
All right. Yeah. Roll the hit.
Okay.
He is aware of you though, so
yeah, I'll disengage after this, and we'll call it a day.
Yep, that hits. And I don't think you can actually roll lower than a 2 with a +4 mod. But let's see that dagger damage.
Dagger!
Yeah, he dies.
He dies. Okay.
Like,
and then
gurgling, reaching out towards you, like this total shock and confusion on his face.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna bonus action disengage and
Oh,
hop out the
you don't
door.
need to burn your bonus action. There's nobody engaged with you right now.
Then I walk right out the door and I hide again. I'm door waiting for the other guy to come through.
Give me a stealth check to hide.
Yerp. I'm just gonna play the run and stabby stab tactic. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, you're pretty sneaky.
Oh yeah, and then just wait for that motherfucker to come by me.
All right. Well, Bandit A hears his friend gurgling and turns around and runs through the building and gets to him. Varys? What did you do? Are you okay?
His name is Varys. Hilarious.
And then he starts freaking out and he dashes out the door, like he is running towards the center of the village.
And he passes me.
Well, where did you want to hide?
I was
right outside the door frame?
I want to be right by the door so I can get an
Yep.
attack of opportunity.
Then you get an attack of opportunity.
Shit. Aw.
You missed.
Wait,
Fuck.
he said he hid. Is
Oh,
he?
yeah,
Is
you're
he
hidden,
hidden?
so you have advantage. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah. Thank you, Hunter.
You hit.
Okay. And then do I get stealth attack damage too?
Yep, because you had advantage. You get sneak attack on top of that.
Maybe. Kill his ass.
All right. Yep.
Just as soon as he comes out the door, just slit his throat.
Knife to the throat. You just kind of hold your arm out,
Yeah, dude.
like proper clothesline with a dagger.
Yep. And then I pickpocket him, or then I take all their shit, and
Um,
I begin the disguise self.
All right. Are you casting disguise self, or are you just taking their armor?
No, I have disguise kit.
Using a disguise kit.
Yeah. How long does that take?
Probably about half an hour to make yourself convincingly look like one of these guys.
Yeah, sure. We're probably gonna.
The guy
in-
you killed first, Varys, is about your height and build.
Oh, perfect. Fucking.
The
that's
only
the guy.
problem is your ears are pointy.
I can always put on a hood. Or like a hat of some sort, you know?
Yeah, you throw a hood on.
Yep. All right, cool.
So he starts doing that. At that point, we would probably start walking closer to the house.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
so
gonna
we're
go
out
through.
of initiative. And
Yep.
yeah.
And I'm just doing my thing.
Do you
What's
leave
TB
the guy
doing?
outside laying on the ground?
No, we
No,
would drag
I
him
move
in when we get
inside.
there.
No, I drag him in. I
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
drag him in.
Because
Well-
that's important.
A-
No,
a-
no. I murder people. Yes, I drag him in.
All right. As the rest of us get to that house, I would be using prestidigitation to clean up the blood on the ground outside.
Yep. Yeah, but takes about as long as it's like 1 foot square, right?
Is it 1 foot or 5? Let me double check.
I think it's like 1 foot cube.
Yeah, one cubic foot.
But I can also help. So 2 people clean up the blood.
Okay, then you're done well before Slick is done disguising himself.
Yeah.
There's our
I
sprinting
don't turn the
everything,
bird
so-
around. Our distraction is still going to be distracting.
Oh, okay. So you're sending the bird to tell them to.
I did that as soon as Slick started his attack run.
Oh, okay. I'm unaware of that. My apologies. So then, Jack. Talon. And it looks like Talia and Varenthil are hanging back, just hanging out by the edge of the woods. They didn't move in with you guys.
Okay.
I need characters. All right. So, yeah, do you want to pull Jack, Marin, Connie, and then who else is on the front? Oh, Faye, he rolled. He got a 4. Yeah, just make up a new initial for that separate.
My goal is to then, after disguising myself, is to literally find the prisoners that we're looking for.
Yeah, but we can handle that after he starts their attack run. Because once they're distracted, I can use
Yeah.
locate object with that hammer, and hopefully they're nearby.
Oh, yeah. Locate object works even better.
And then that's Talon, the 20.
Dude, the stealth team's kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. But yeah, you guys are, what did you say, 150 feet from the road?
That's up to
I
them.
don't remember where.
I just told
yeah,
them to
so
be in the woods near the road so that they're not
Say,
immediately spotted.
We're just doing it in a niche. Oh yeah, I should probably get the 2 bandits that you guys, or the 2 bandit squads that you guys will run into. So we'll just bulk roll them. Because yeah, you need something to fight, don't you?
No, they could run in completely unopposed.
Makes the job
All right,
easier.
and then yeah, that's the bandits. It's just A and B is fine.
I mean, if the bandits don't want to fight back, I can put them to the torch. If they have a favorite method, I do take requests. I'm nothing if not a people person.
All right. Well, yeah. So where did you guys want to start on the map for your attack run? Because
The most obnoxious front entrance furthest away from the stealth team as possible.
well, you're not that far from the stealth team, but it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
Just give me a spot where I'm talking about like a.
So you got this
entrance.
road running into the town that's kind of been cleared out around it, but they left a bunch of trees to kind of like
Do they
hedge it
have
in.
barricades and guards?
No, you're able to easily walk around the barricade. It looks like it was, just set up to prevent carts and wagons from getting through.
I'm
Like
trying to
50 feet into the
I just
tree
want to
line
cause
at
a
that.
scene.
Yeah, like 50 feet in the tree line at that western intersection should be good.
Okay. Yeah, so Crow comes over. What do you guys do?
I will cast Logstrider on Jack.
Okay.
That's our cue. Let's get going.
All right.
I take off. Wide open. Sprint. Full
Yep.
run.
And it is not too long before you run into a group of 3 bandits. And they see you, and you see them. And they look a little confused.
And I
And,
fire my cannon.
Then they hold up a stance. So yeah, we'll go into a niche now, and you guys are about 50 feet away. So Jack, you're first.
I charge.
All right.
I can only get how far are they from me? 50 feet, you said?
50 feet is, yeah, that's when we're just going to trigger a niche there, because that's when they see you and they realize, okay, this is a fight.
All right, I have long strider, which gives me what, 10 more feet?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so it gives me 40 feet. I can't reach them unless I charge through them. Okay. I full sprint right into one of them. Just barrel right into them. I am overrunning their space.
Okay. I think that's a
Trying to shove them out of their space.
strength contested with acrobatics right under.
Yeah, if he's using overrun, it's his athletics versus their athletics, I believe.
It might have a choice for acrobatics.
I'm
I'll
double
check
checking. No, it's athletics versus athletics.
Okay. Think that these guys are, yeah, they're just. All right, are you going for the guy in the middle or one of the 2 on the wings?
One in the middle.
All right. Yeah, you knock him back. I'm assuming you're trying to like knock him back.
Yeah. Knock him out of his space and take his space between the 2 guys and the other one. I am
right.
Jack.
And one of the bandits, when you scream, "I am Jack," screams back, "I'm scared!" And then he starts yelling, "Help!" really loudly, like as loud as his lungs can do. All right. And then Talon goes next. So please hold while I play with myself.
Yay.
In
play
front
with
of my
yourself.
ice cream sandwich?
That's vile.
Oh, yep. And so he Faye, you would have some familiarity with rune magic. Obviously, rune magic is very intricate and in depth, but you would see him draw something on his wrist and then drag it back into his arm, like towards his elbow. And it looks like he's casting a spell, but it's no spell you've ever seen. And and you all that are within range of him, except for Jack, because Jack ran ahead, feel a slight bolster of energy, and you gain advantage on your next attack roll.
Nice.
And then he takes a step back and he draws his bow, but he doesn't do anything else. And then the bandits. All right, that's these guys. So they're going to start smacking Jack. The one that you knocked down is going to get up and try running away from you, Jack, right away. So you get an attack of opportunity on the guy you knocked down, but he stood back up. So just a regular attack. Yep, you hit. All right, you cut him a little bit, but he still manages to get away. And he starts running, screaming, towards the center of town. And then the other two go and attack you. Does a 19 hit, Jack?
Yes.
All right. Get you for 9 slashing. Piercing. And then, yeah, they both turn and start running away from you. All right. We're 30. Other dude is 45. So, Marin, it's your turn.
It's gonna be something like this, because I got 2 guns, and that guy is not gonna be running for long.
All right. They're 95 away.
I will
Well,
use my...
one of them's 95. The other two are 80.
I'll use my 30 feet of movement to make that 65, and that guy's gonna have a bad day.
All right. Just shoot him in the back.
Does
Yeah, that hits.
16 hit? Oh, wait, that should have been a +6, but I don't think it matters. It's looking at
It
the
would
wrong.
still hit.
9 magical piercing damage.
All right, he goes down.
And then for the cannon, the fun one, I'm gonna go for the guy on the left.
The one that slashed Jack.
Yeah. It's my meat shield. Nobody gets a slashing but me. That's a 14 hit.
Yes.
And this does. Where are numbers? What even are they?
What are numbers, Mayon?
Yeah.
Crap. Here it is. These are 2d8. And that is 15 force damage, and he is pushed 5 feet away from me by his butt crack.
Well, his corpse goes tumbling.
Wonderful.
Just one guy screaming and running towards the center of town. And that's it for you.
I'm going to loudly and dramatically yell, "Feck me his shins." And I'm sure half the town has heard us by now.
Yeah, you get the distinct feeling that the second your cannon went off, more people know about you now.
Perfect, all according to plan.
Yep. And since that thing is so loud,
It's so loud and right next to the party, your tinnitus is not service related.
tinnitus is not a service-related issue. All right. Some extra people are getting added into a niche. And yeah, the party, you guys would have heard his Eldritch Cannon as well. So you guys would be aware they are making the noise.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I never did ask how, like, what's the scale of this map? How far across is like edge to edge of the map that you showed us?
They don't actually have a really good. I was going with it being about 1,000 feet across, maybe a little bit more than that, like from the edge of the road to the edge of the road widthwise.
Okay.
So 1,000, 1,500, somewhere in there. I don't have an exact scale.
So if I was to fire off a locate object from my current position, I would be able to cover basically the whole town with it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Like where you're standing right now, you probably wouldn't get the very far houses on the other end of town, but you would cover a majority of the entirety of the village.
Yeah, I got you. All right, thanks.
Yeah, 1,300 feet is a little bit over a quarter mile.
Yep. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm adding in. Okay, that's that one.
That would be just under a quarter, actually. 1,320 would be a quarter mile.
Maybe it's a little bit closer to 2,000 across then. But yeah, if you you'd still be like you would reasonably cover a good portion of it with that. That's DM4. Wait. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's DM4. Okay. I just wrote the wrong DM down for one of them. You alerted the brutes. I don't know how you do this so fast, Under. I'll never figure it out.
Adderall.
It's a secret.
He also really types faster than I do. Like I have a good typing speed, but I also make a significantly large amount of mistakes.
You get faster
Whereas
with
he's
practice.
he's just a laser on a keyboard.
Makes
All
so
right.
many typing mistakes, it becomes its own language that only you can almost read.
Marin, those guys are
Well, that's how we got
running.
Pearl.
And then Marin, you were done, right?
Yes.
You're just shouting at "Bring me his shins." And then Connie.
All right.
80 feet away, there's a guy running.
Just one guy.
Well, there were 3. Then the artificer went kaboom.
No, they went kaboom. I went bang.
All right. So then Eldritch Blast.
All right. Go ahead. Yep, that hits.
Nice.
All right, yeah, that took a chunk out of him. He looks to be very, very hurt, and you can't see his face, but it also looks like he's about to shit himself. All right, and then that is those guys. Those guys are there, so that would be and then Jack, you would probably see this because you're the furthest up. But to your right, coming down the road, is another group of 3 bandits. They're about 75 feet away from Jack. But you guys can't quite see them because the buildings are kind of obscuring your view of them. Like, also just to clarify, you guys wanted to go up the main road and then head west down it, right? Or be on the west side of the main road
Mhm.
when you started? Because this is where you guys are right now. Is you guys are basically all at the edge of the road.
Yeah.
And Jack is on that more northern T intersection. You guys are on the southern T intersection.
Yeah, so ideally, we can make it look like we're just making a big push for the bar and save the majority of the hostages and make it look like that's our objective while the rest of the team sneaks into the manor to get our actual. Like, we're just trying to pull reinforcements away from them, and if we can get them out of the manor, even better.
Yep. And then also, Jack, way off by the barn, you can see it looks like a group of 8 people moving towards you.
Okay.
And then Faya. Or Faye. Faye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faye's not here.
The other Rune Knight is Faya. So
we would definitely know if Faye was here. He'd done taken half the village already.
So
But yeah, from your position, you can see one guy up, and then way off in the distance, you can see silhouettes moving towards you, but you can't see the group to the east, as they're up a road obscured by buildings.
All right, let's just take care of the one guy that's up.
All right. Well, he's 80 feet away.
I only have 30 feet of movement, I guess.
All right. Are you dashing?
Yeah, I'll dash. I'll give me 60. How
Bonus
do I
action
have-
get big. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for that. I prefer
Hey,
it because
That's the biggest.
he might not be familiar with the sheet.
Rune Knight. Yeah, that's the biggest advantage of a Rune Knight. They get big. They double their size. They go up one size with a bonus action. Like if they start out as medium, they go large.
Is that all you do, Pi?
Yeah, I'll just do the 60 feet.
All right. Do you get big or no?
I don't think I can get big.
You're level 4, yeah, you can.
I say I thought that was a
Oh,
level 4 thing.
yeah,
Or
giant
level
smite.
three
It's an early
Yeah.
thing. It's like level 3 or 2 for that, isn't it?
Yeah, giant smite.
They're not
Yeah.
a rune knight by level 2. Level 4 is Neothai, so it'd be level 3.
Level 3
Yeah.
as
Well,
bonus
it's up to you.
action. Yeah,
All
I'll do
right.
giant magic.
Faye grows one size larger. His heart remains
Gives them
the
all
same
kinds of
size.
advantages. Gives them extra damage and all kinds of shit.
All right. Well,
Remains the same
that's it for
size,
you
has to
then.
work 8 times as hard.
Back around to Jack. All right, Jack. 15 feet in front of you. The guy's got a chunk out of his kidney.
I'm gonna kill him. Jack is
All
killing.
right.
Jack is slaughtering people. I don't know
All
where.
right.
I don't know when.
You run up and smack him.
Yes.
All right. Give me that attack.
Ah, fuck! I missed.
What's your weapon?
Great sword.
Yeah, you misjudged the swing. He was shorter than you thought.
Yeah.
Pathetic humans. So small.
So
They're too
weak.
little. I can't hit them.
All right. Well, this is DM3 is them. So yeah, that group in the distance gets a little bit closer. They look like they're about 120 feet away from you now. And then Talon. Talon takes his longbow and he shoots way off in the distance. Looks like he's targeting one of the guys in Splint. Hmm. Well, that does hit. 1 second as I remember what the fuck this thing actually does.
It shoots an orb of annihilation.
Nope. Okay. Because he's by them, but he's not by them. Okay. So. All right. It's the bandit. Does a decent chunk out of him. And then. Happens to them. Oh no, 14 fails. Okay, 1 second. And then the. All right. So, probably Jack is the only one that really can make out. But it looks like the the brute that he hit with the arrow, and one of the bandits by him is like running slower.
I don't know why they run. They just die tired.
Well, they're running towards you.
Oh, good.
That means it's going to take them longer to get to you.
No, they won't. I'll run towards them.
All
They
right, but
won't
that's
get to you.
but that's all that Talon does. And then that is the other bandit captain, and that's that guy. All right, DM1. Yeah, Jack. He is fully aware that he's in your zone of control. He wants to live, so he is just running away. He's not disengaging. He's just dashing. So you didn't attack opportunity on the last guy.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, that misses. Yeah, he's really short for a human too. On top of that, he just keeps swinging, and he's just shorter than you expect.
You fuck.
All right. Right, and that's. He moves a little bit, but he's slowed. And then Marin.
How far are the closest guys to me?
The one is. You moved up 30. That guy is 110?
Is 110?
Yeah, you moved up 30. They were 50 at that point, and then they just ran away again. Yeah, 110.
All right, I'll move up 30, take the shot at 80 feet, which is just in the normal range of the light crossbow for my rifle.
Yep.
Ba-ba-ba.
Yep, that hits. Yeah, his
that,
head is gone.
That should not have been a d20 for damage.
His head is still gone.
All right. And then is there anyone within 120 feet of me?
Now that you moved up, you can see the group of 3 moving in from the east.
Within
They're
120?
yeah, they're about 70 feet.
Wonderful. Are any of them hurt?
No, they look like they're fresh. Like they heard the
Perfect.
screams and came running.
The one in front, he's getting a cannon shell in his skull. Actually, no, let's go for the nuts.
Yeah, that hits. He's about to have a bad day for the Kiwis.
11 testicular force damage.
Yeah, that hurt. He's still up. He's severely bloodied though.
Did you say severely?
Severely.
And he's also pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to end my turn laughing at him. Loudly.
Okie dokie.
The most
Right.
deranged maniacal cackle an artificer can do.
Yeah. You get the feeling that these guys are not hardened fighters. They're pretty spooked by you guys. All right. The one group moves up. They're about 20. Yeah, they're about 30 feet from you, Jack. Group of 4. Moving towards you with their short swords drawn. All right, Connie.
All right. There's a large group of them. You said.
Yes. There are 4 regular bandits that are closer. There are 3. Well, you can't see them unless you move up. Have you moved? I forgot.
I have not.
You have not. Okay, so then yeah, you can see about 110 feet away from where you are at the corner. There's a group of bandits, of 4 moving towards Jack
So those are the closest ones to me.
that you can see.
No one else around me.
No, you did see Marin shoot something off the T intersection ahead, but you don't know what. You just heard cannon go boom, and somebody screamed.
How far am I from that T intersection?
It's about 80 feet.
All right, let me move my. Now, if I move 30 feet, do I get sight lines at all, or no?
You think based on like what you're looking at for the layout of the structures, if you wanted to get line of sight, if you moved 30 feet to the east, you might be able to look across the backyards and see onto that road. But you
But
don't
does
know
that-
exactly where they are, so
Does
you might
that
not
get
be able
me
to see
any?
them.
Does it get me any closer to it?
No, you'd be moving perpendicular, parallel.
All right, let's just go 30 feet closer to it.
Okay, so 30 feet north.
Yep.
All right.
And then do I have anyone within any enemies within 110, 120 feet?
Yeah, that group of 4.
All right, let me rip Eldritch Blast at the weakest one.
They all look about the same.
Okay, just pick one from missed, doesn't matter.
Yeah, the shot goes wide. You hit the edge of the barn way in the distance.
All right, cool.
All right. And that is DM2, Nutshot. Nutshot did not like being shot in the nuts. Him and his buddies, when they see you, Marin, and they're like, oh, that's a gun. They turn around and run away. Like they break rank and basically go into the in between the buildings, and they're getting away. They're running away. So one of them goes sort of northwest into the between the houses. One of them goes due east, breaking line of sight around the edge of a building, and then the other one just runs back down the road. The one that you shot, he's running straight back down the road.
What a fool.
Well, he went to the Prometheus School of running away from things.
Yeah.
What can I say? All right. But that's DM2 Faye. Big bad and hungry for death.
Yay! Let's go kill him.
Right. You're about 50 feet from the group of 4.
I can make it. Let's do action dash. Get up there.
All right. Yeah, you're standing right in the midst of them. They look like they don't want to be standing in front of you.
All right. Cool. Action search. Let's just start chopping heads.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Backslash and chop that meat.
Yep, that hits.
1d12 plus plus 3. Well,
That was a noise.
He looks very, very ouchied.
Good.
Like he is hanging on by a thread, dread and fear in his eyes.
I hope he hits me. What can I do? Oh.
Oh, what is O?
Oh.
Can I spend
Oh.
it?
Oh.
You cannot spend it, you cannot eat it.
No. Oh well. I can't do it. I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. I don't think I can do 2 weapons or 2 attacks yet.
No, I think that's level 5. You get the
Yeah.
You can action surge, which
He
gives you
did.
another action. Oh.
he
Yeah, I
he
did.
action dash then action surge to attack.
Ah.
All right. Well, then back around to Jack.
Jack goes and finds somebody to hit.
Yeah, get up alongside Faye and start smacking heads.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I hit something?
Oh, you definitely hit. Are you going for the one that Faye messed up and looks like it's near death?
No, I'm gonna go for a fresh one.
All right. Now you go for the one on the right. The two in the middle are just like shitting bricks right now. Another one hanging on by a thread.
And I'm done.
All right. All right. Well, that's other group. Okay, the other group runs up. There's 2 of them because one of them is a little hobbled right now. So they're going to attack the big guy because he looks terrifying.
Do it. Hit me.
Come on, I want you to do it. Yep. 20 hit.
Yeah. Gift of the Gym Dragon.
All right. Does that trigger after you take damage?
Yeah. Trigger. Yes.
All right. So you take d6. Yeah. So yeah, you run that a lot, Jake. So you would know. All right. Yeah. 6 piercing from the short sword.
Is it magical?
Nope.
Okay, good. So I
It's
take
it's a CR 1/8 bandit.
okay, good. I take 3 damage.
Oh, with slightly more HP. That's the only
You
thing I
never-
changed.
You
What's that?
never know when it's a CR 1/8 bandit with slightly more HP and a vorpal sword.
Yeah.
All right. What's gift of the gem dragon? I gotta save against it.
Yeah.
Strength.
Strength save.
All right. 15 pass.
I think you fail.
You're probably at 15.
Oh, if he
Age
went max
plus
stat, he could be at 16. I
age
think.
plus postpone, which is 2.
Yeah, 10.
10
Oh yeah, so 15 would be your max.
plus chosen ability score modifier. So that would be. Ah, you beat it.
All right.
I think
So
you
he
still
passes.
take. Does it take
I think he
damage
still takes
still?
half, right, Jake?
You still take half, but you're not pushed.
Knocked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, I know what I did.
Please try again. All right. Another one hanging on by a thread. All right. All right. That's these guys. They come up and they smack you. And then Talon. Talon takes another shot. That actually doesn't hit. So, yeah, that's it for Talon. DM5 is the take captain, so he moves. Okay. DM6. DM1 is dead. DM6 moves up into melee. And yeah, he's gonna smack the big guy.
And he will die braver than most.
I don't think a 12 hits you, Faye.
No.
All right. Well, that's it. Takes a swing at you with his great sword.
Yeah.
Then Marin. You're in a target-rich environment.
Wonderful. Who's the guy in melee with Faye that just took a swing?
That's one of the looks like the more fruitier, chunkier bandits. It looks like he's wearing splint.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
He no longer exists.
Ballista with a 15 probably doesn't hit.
No, that misses.
Then how far is he from me? Actually, how close is the nearest person from me?
Oh, let's see. You moved up twice. You're about 20 feet from the intersection. They're about 30 feet on the other side of the intersection. So the group fighting Faye and Jack are about 50 feet from you, and it's just a dog pile now at this point. The one guy that you shot in the balls is the only one you can see on the road to the east, and he is about 130 feet away. So those are distances for you, 50 and 130.
All right. I would like to continue cackling maniacally and loudly for the rest of my turn, and that'll be it for me.
Yes. Ooh. And DM4. That's the group. Wrapping around. Faye and Jack, two of them. The third one actually starts to turn and run. He didn't sign up for this. He wants to go home and bake cookies with Mom. So he starts breaking off and heading to the west, like he's jumping that fence and running across that field. In the open. Clearly visible to everybody, with no cover. They are bandits. And then those two will swing at Faye. $14 hit Faye?
No.
Okay. That's 4. Connie.
All right. How far now?
Did you move 30 or 60 last round?
30.
Okay. You are about 80 feet from the melee, and you can't see anything else. You do see one guy running across the field about 200 feet away from you.
How many from a larger group of people?
Oh, that would be the melee. There's...
So to 80 feet?
Yeah.
All right, I want to move up 20, and how many can I get in a 10-foot radius?
All of them,
Perfect shatter.
including Faye and Jack.
Can I
It's a
move
melee.
it?
They're all around Faye and Jack.
Can I put it in a way where it does not hit Faye and Jack?
Yes, but you'll only get half of them.
How many enemies total, or does it look like there are left?
There's 3 that are near death. And then there are 5 more with them, and then one of the brutes and Splint is in melee.
So there are 5 more with the 4 others?
Yeah, there's a total of 9 around Jack and Faye.
But the largest concentration of ones that I could hit is the 4, correct?
Yeah. You can hit 4 at most because of the way the circle works.
Yeah, but that requires me hitting my fucking teammates as well.
No. You could hit all 9 of them, but you would have to hit your teammates. If you don't want to hit your teammates, the most you can get is 4.
If I hit all 9, I can get my teammates?
Yes.
Alright, sorry guys. Shatter.
In the wise words of, I don't know, George Clooney or something, fuck it, we ball.
Oh, Shatter's a con save, right?
That is indeed.
All right. No, that's +2. My bad. And then, yep, Jack and Faye, you guys will have to make con saves because he is casting a Shatter on you. So, what's your DC?
14.
All right. Well, it's not looking good for the bandits. Though it does look like the brute passed.
So
And
did
then
the other
Jack
brutes.
failed.
The brute takes 7, everyone else, or the ones that passed take
Mhm.
7.
Yeah, a whole bunch of bandit heads just exploded. There are 2 bandits up, and the brute.
Okay, that's it.
All right. DM2 is fucking off. Faye.
Yes.
And Marin, that bandit you shot in the nuts, you lost line of sight of him.
Let's do
Good. I'm gonna start having a reputation now.
All right, Faye. What you doing?
do a
You got 2 bandits. One of them's in melee with you. One of them's on the other side of Jack, and then the brute is in melee with you.
yeah, invoke the fire rune, please.
All right. It's
I
getting
believe
hot.
that is a bonus. No, whenever I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can invoke fiery shackle. All right, yeah, let's just smack him, and I'll invoke the fire rune.
The brute or the bandit?
The brute.
All right. No. That misses.
Okay. That's it then.
Right. Back up to Jack. You got one
Jack.
little baby bandit in front of you, and then on the other side, Faye's got a bandit and a brute.
I'm not back by the time I get back to my turn. I'm still blasting the guy with the same shit on the brute.
Focus fire the
Alright.
guy in Splint.
Yeah,
Was
I
a
got
brute?
skedaddle and it might be a couple minutes.
There's a regular bandit in melee with you. He looks to be bloodied, and then there is a another bloodied bandit and a brute who is not yet bloodied.
I'm gonna hit the brute just for the hell of it.
So you're gonna turn around and remember, Faye is large,
Oh yeah.
so you'd have to break engagement with the bandit that's right in front
okay,
of you.
well then I'll hit the
circle
one in front
around.
Of me. Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't even need your mod. You just knew you were gonna hit, didn't you?
Well, I have great weapon master, so I haven't been using it, and I decided to use it. So it's a -5 to my attack roll, but a +10 to my damage. So I decided to start killing them instead of playing with them.
Well, you definitely hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, so there's 2 halves a whole bandit in front of you now. You cut him in half.
Since I killed one, reduced it to 0, I can make attack as a bonus action and hit the other weaky one.
All right. Yeah, you circle around to the left of Faye and go for the other little bandit that's there.
Damn, missed that one.
That missed. Yep. And that's Jack. 3 is dead. Talon. He fires an arrow at the closer brute. Yep, and that takes a chunk out of that brute, and he's bloodied. And DM5. He finally gets. Wait. Nope. He's still 15 feet away. DM1 is dead. DM6. He takes a swing at Faye.
Yep. Means it beats it.
Right. Oof.
That's fun.
Good chunk out of you. But yeah, the only 2 left are the 2 brutes and then the 1 guy in melee. So that's... What group was he in? Oh, yeah, Jack, the guy in front of you, he turns to start running. So both Faye and Jack get an attack of opportunity against him.
I don't even think I needed to roll because we're fixing to crush this poor bastard.
Oh, you both hit, so
I roll my damage. That's +3, so that's 8. How the
well, Faye cuts his arm off. Jack cuts his head off. And he falls. And that was him. Oh, skipped up. Burger, you back? Take that as a no. All right, Connie. 2 brutes. One of them's about 15 feet on the other side of Faye and Jack, and the other one's in melee with Faye.
Which one looks more fucked up?
Definitely the one in melee with Faye. Looks like that last arrow from Talon did the number to him.
Hooray!
He's 60 feet. At least.
Like within 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Toll of the Dead.
All right. That's
Wisdom
a
save.
whiz save. Okay.
I have returned. Did I miss anything?
All right. You did miss your turn, but all the bandits died.
Is that
Except
your
for the 2
19?
brutes. Yeah, let me make the whiz save now.
He passed.
All right. What's the fallout?
Nothing, I just miss.
Oh, okay. All right. And back to Faye.
And I'm going to
Oh,
bed.
what?
I'm fucking exhausted.
Okay. Yep.
So, you guys have a good night.
Have a good night.
Just smack the
Take
bird
care.
in front of me then.
Have fun.
Yep. You got one right in front of you and another one 15 feet north up the road.
Oh,
That might miss. That misses.
yeah. That's it. That's all I can do.
All right, Jack. There is no more baby bandits. 2 brutes. You're currently not in melee with anybody. So do you want to go for the one that Faye has been working on that's, bloodied? Or the one that's looks like he's hobbling towards the fight? About 15 feet away. Mister?
Say again?
So there's 2 brutes up. One of them's bloodied in melee with Faye. You're on the other side of that melee, so you'd have to circle around, but you can easily do it. Or there is the other brute that's 15 feet away, and it looks like he's hobbling towards the fight.
Oh, well, let's go introduce ourselves
All right.
to the one
Who you
hobbling
attacking?
up to the fight.
All right,
I'm gonna leave Jack. I'm gonna leave Faye alone with that guy. I believe he's got that hat, and I'll kill the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss.
That does miss.
Some of my
Even
bitch.
with his debuffs.
That's all right. He can hit me now. We'll see how good he can hit.
All right. All right. That it for you? Are you done, mister?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yep. So Talon takes another shot from the back lines. Ooh. Well, that's a problem for the bandit. No, it's still up. Barely. And yeah, I'm just gonna run the 2 bandit captains together now since they're close enough in a niche. So the well, they both hit both of you. So first one will be Faye. And second one will be Jack. 17 hit Faye?
No.
Okay. Does 11 hit Jack?
No.
They just flounder their swings. Marin.
My turn.
Mm-hmm. Near-death bandit captain fighting Faye, and a relatively fresh one fighting Jack. Sorry.
I cast kitchen
Brute.
gun on the captain. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
I will.
Are you
remember
targeting the one fighting Faye that's near death, or the one fighting Jack that's more fresh?
the one near death.
Okay.
8.
Yeah. There is a hole the size of Faye's fist through his torso.
Wonderful. He's dead? Question mark.
He's dead. Yes.
All right.
This is
Just
not
making
Cube of
sure. I've
Annihilation.
seen. And then toilet grenade on this other guy.
All right.
Does a
That
19 hit
hits.
him? 11 force. He's knocked back 5 feet, and I will continue my cackling march forward.
All right. So you move up.
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming you're not trying to get in melee.
No. I'll just
Okay.
like walk around him on the far side of like
Yeah.
keep Jack between me and him. And I'll yell loudly in the general direction of the like barn and manor. Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
All right. Connie's gone. Faye.
Yo.
Well, there was a guy standing in front of you, but he just fell down.
Let's
He
go
doesn't look like
for
he's
the
getting
guy
back
in.
up.
Let's go for the guy in front of somebody else.
Yep. There's the one melee with Jack. 15 feet
Take
from
him
him.
out.
All right. Go for
What the? Okay. I'm just gonna. You know what?
it.
Just gonna sit here, just be a roadblock for everybody else.
All right. Jack. Right in front of you. Mister? Well, is the Great Weapons Master thing a thing you can pick?
Yeah.
I was going to say, these guys do have Splint.
Oh, well then add a 5 to it.
Okay. That hits.
Be 18, yeah.
I was going to say, I know I said it a couple of times, but figured I'd clarify. Yep. You slice into
Hang on,
him.
I get to re-roll the deuce.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, you get an extra point. I get 11.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
all
you
good.
slice into him.
And that's all I can do.
Alan fires his shot. Ooh. He smacks him. That guy is bloodied near death. And it's his turn. He drops his sword and raises his hands. I get paid enough for this shit. All right, Marin, it's your turn. Guy looks like he's surrendering. Do you accept his surrender? He looks to be near death.
Yeah. Don't ask why I have so much chain, but I'm gonna start like tying his hands behind his back with my 40 feet of chains.
Okay. All right, and yeah, I think we're out of an ish. Sorry. Just the attack point you guys picked changed where the bandits were, and it turned into a little bit bigger combat encounter than I expected at that time.
Shit happens.
But I think we managed to muddle through it a little bit, and we'll call it here. You guys tying up the bandit.
All right.
I would imagine